Spirit Quest Radio. Sponsored by Quest Corporation Limited.
Good evening and welcome to the Paul Francis Show.
Spirit Quest Radio. Live from 8 p.m. Spirit Quest. And good evening, hello. Hi, Kay, welcome to the show.
Try a little harder.
Well, it's Friday night. It is the Paul Francis Show here, Spirit Quest Radio. And guess who was knocking at the door when I arrived at the studio?
Knocking in reception, I was. At 5 to 8 as well, I
noticed you didn't have any coffee or hot chocolates in your hand, though.
No, and there's a reason why.
Why?
I forgot. How you doing, mate? Are you okay?
I am superb, and it's always a pleasure to see you, bud. That's good. You sounded in great form.
Oh, I'm absolutely great form. Yeah, I've had a very busy week, but I do like being busy. Yeah, I think if I was like sat down doing nothing, I'd be. I don't know. I could be somebody else. Maybe.
Yeah. Do you know what? I am a nightmare. I'm a nightmare to go on holiday with, or vacation if we're listening in the States. I'm a nightmare. I'm sitting there tapping the desk and going, okay.
Are you one of these people that goes out and you want to like explore every single?
Yep.
Like, oh god.
I can't lie on the beach. Can't do that.
I can. I'm a sun. I worship the sun. I love the sun. Seriously.
I tell you what, you should go on holiday or vacation with Johanna because you and her would just read books and lie in the sun. I can't do it. I have to be doing something. So I'd be in the ocean. I'd
Not
be
every
on
day.
a boat.
I don't mind doing some things. I don't mind going out to seeing, like, for example, if you're going out to like Turkey to go to Ephesus and go and see the Grand Bazaar or something like that, whatever's in the area.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that every day, for like 10 or 14 days. I'd come home knackered.
Let me tell you, right? We went to America, and in the 3 weeks? I can't remember. Within 2 or 3 weeks when we went to the States, in that 2-3 weeks, I lost 20 pounds in weight.
Ooh.
So, gone. I'm wondering, is that Alex Mason that's just come into the chat room? Alex, is that you from Silent Voices? If you did, say yes, hi, and brilliant, and the lovely people that we met today. You guys are going to be talking to those who are going to be coming and joining us in a little while on the show to say hi and tell us about what they do. But I tell you what, Kev, I'm just going to press a button. There's going to be some more music come on, and you are going to go and get the chocolate.
Okay.
have to say, what a way to kick off the Friday night show. We kicked it off with two phenomenal 80s hits, and they're Hungry Like a Wolf. Did you know, Kev, that Duran Duran were actually from Birmingham?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, they come across as London boys, don't they? But no, they're actually... You actually put me out.
They don't sound Birminghamese.
No, they
at all.
don't. Birminghamese, I like that.
Birminghamese.
Can you imagine, like, Hungry Like the Wolf, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love. My band used to be all from Kidderminster area.
Okay.
Absolutely, such warm, loving lads. Just a lot of fun.
So you would understand also then that various areas of the Midlands, although somebody naive would turn around and say something like, "Oh, they're Brummie," even though they could come from, say, Lichfield or Redditch or something like that. You know, they'd still class them into that Brummie bit. But if you've been out and about in that area, you can distinctively detect whether they're central, regional. Brummie.
Sorry, Angie's just saying she can hardly hear me, so I'll just bring my volume up. There we go. Yeah, you're right, Kev. It's like the Southwest, and people think that there's just a one Cornish accent, but there's not. It's kind of. Is that better, guys? Can you hear me better now? Sorry, we had to switch the systems around here in the studios today, and when we do that, all the technology's all turned down so that it doesn't overload the system when it's switched back on again. So all the mics were probably really low. So hopefully you guys can hear me better. It's shown as registering high now. So there we go, says Angie. That's better. Oh, there's Sally says that's better.
Can you all hear me as well properly? In fact, can you hear me better than what you can hear Paul? Maybe your mic.
I know where this is going.
Are we both at the same level? Yeah, you know where this is going. Are we both at the same level, people, or is one of us louder than the other?
Now you're actually right up there with me on the LED, so you're like looking superb.
So we were talking to ourselves for the last 15 minutes, then, were we?
No, you were talking. They were hearing your side of the conversation, just not me.
Oh, I see. Well, that's my life all over, I can tell you. I walk around talking to myself all the time.
Oh my! Hey, I tell you what, we've got a wonderful couple of people. I'm going to tell you about a little. We met some absolutely storming people today. I'll tell you about those in a minute.
You've already told me.
You got that chocolate yet?
No, I haven't actually. I forgot you asked me.
Paul Francis, get the stuff.
Oh, I tell you, I've got a Twix. You want this Twix? There we are. Take that.
I can't drink that.
There we are. Twix.
Who is? Anyway, so
it's going to be one of those nights.
I tell you what, those are the nights, aren't they? Those are the nights. Now, in the audience in the chat room already, we have Alex and Sally. They are from a group of people called Silent Whispers. I tell you what a bunch of absolute superstars. We had a meeting with them.
You can say then.
Yeah. They are absolutely gems. They are, and I've nicknamed one of them already. I'm just going to call him Bear. That's what I'm just going to call him because he's just like a big cuddly bear. And I'll tell you what. Four of the nicest people I have met in a long time, even nicer than you, Kev.
Well, what can I say about that? Can I just say one thing before you carry on there?
No.
Angie's saying, yeah, you're really loud. Are you saying that is my mic, do you mean my mic or just me?
Yeah.
Maybe just me.
Well, you're just loud anyway.
Oh, I know.
I mean, how often... we've been in stages together and I've needed a microphone and you don't.
I know. Well, you always know when I'm at a party, I can tell you that.
Because you always find him in the kitchen, is that what you're trying to say?
No. You don't need music going.
We've got a special guest who just literally walked into the studios.
Mm.
Yeah, come say hi to everybody. They haven't heard from you for a long time.
Hi.
Oh my days.
They're all saying hi. Just speak to everybody.
Hi.
Tell them who you are
and
why you're here.
It's only going to be me talking back though, isn't it?
You just taking a flying visit to the studio?
Yes. It's going to help me.
Say, wish everybody a wonderful night and tell them you'll see them later.
See you later.
Have a wonderful night.
In fact, wish everybody a happy Christmas and be early.
Go ahead. Say again, Kev.
I said, wish everybody a happy Christmas and be early.
Christmas.
What?
No,
oh my days.
Oh my days. She's looking at you like he's completely lost the plot. I said, you've no idea. So anyway, we've had Her Royal Highness has arrived. Yeah. A big hello. Hallelujah. She's arrived in the studio. I just want to, before we actually go any further, I want to say a big hello to different people who've arrived who are in the chat room. First person off the bat tonight, all the way from the United States, Kay. Hi, Kay. How are you? And
Hi.
Then Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you in there. And then Angie. I've lost my Cornish accent. Here. Angie's in the room. Yeah. Here.
Hello.
And
Got
then
any paraffin for my chickens?
it's on. And then Debbie is. Oh, that was funny today with Alex, wasn't it?
Oh, my
He was speaking
God.
like this here, and then
Yes,
here
very-
need a driver, you do.
very university. Very university, and then here.
Here. And I was like, so we got Debbie who speaks rather like this, Debbie,
Yeah.
Debbie from Truro.
Okay.
And then so we just quickly, and then Alex, of course, and that's very very well spoken Southwestern. And then of course his wonderful wife Sally is in the room tonight. We've got then Maria all the way from the United States again. From Maria, she's down there near Hollywood, and California. Who else?
Can you do a Californian accent?
That was it. You do it.
Oh my days!
Oh my
Lovely Sally
days.
is a lovely
Yeah, go on.
Sally.
Who else have we got? I'm quickly flipping down here. Quick. Oh, Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome to the show. Good to see you in there. Where are we going?
Maria, do Maria's accent.
Maria. She's from California. She speaks like this here. Everything's got an R in it. R.
Ooh.
Hi. Hello. How are y'all? Y'all. K's more y'all. It's on y'all. I'm sitting there. I'm just going to do accents for the rest of the night. That's what it is.
I wouldn't bother.
I don't talk Cornish, so I'm told, says Angie.
Oh.
Here,
Oh, she does.
here, I don't talk Cornish.
Here.
So I'm told. I like the bit. So I'm told. At
So
the
I'm
end.
told, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Look, she's from way up there in Austell. It says in Conway, see she? She's from that part of the world, she is. Here, it's on. Any of you two know who that was?
No,
That was...
your daughter.
That was Maya come in, chopped in, say hi. Hey, Paul. Mana from Silent Voices. Gutted I couldn't be there to meet you today. Actually, Mana, great. We heard good things about you. We're a wonderful bunch of people. Absolutely. Well, hey, listen, don't worry. We're gonna have loads and loads of times. No, who was singing that song then? That just now?
The one just now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Too late. 'Cause it's much too late for goodbyes.
I still don't know who was singing it.
You should do.
Do I?
He's off a Scouse.
OMD?
Persuasion. No, it wasn't OMD.
Was it? I don't
That
know.
was Julian Lennon.
Was it? No.
Yeah, Johnson.
I don't know every Scouser out
I
there,
was,
you know.
I was actually going to say the Beatles. Actually, funny.
Ah, you were close. You were close because it was the seed of the Beatles.
Yeah.
That's
You see,
Johnson.
I have to confess, I had my fader down on the track, so I didn't hear the track itself.
See?
I just heard the countdown coming through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a main, John.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful that everybody's already zooming into the chat show tonight. As those of you who are new to the show, you will understand that Friday night is All Request Friday. So basically, you guys get to choose the music, and we play it if I like it. And so, if I don't
Friday
like
night
it doesn't
is
get paid.
music night.
Friday's
Sally
music night.
Sally sent one of you two guys a Skype request, so you're going to have to accept.
Done it.
Good.
Done it already, mate. Done it. It's been there. And she calls herself Boss Lady. She don't half sound like Kev, doesn't she? Boss Lady.
Boss lady. Who's boss lady?
Sally.
Well, she is the boss.
Look at that.
of
As soon as
them.
that look comes over, look, Boss
What do you mean she
Lady.
sounds
you
like Kev? What do you mean she sounds like Kev?
You sound like a lady, Kev. That's what he's just been trying to tell me.
I've never been so insulted in all my bloody life. I'm telling you. I come on here to entertain everybody, and all I get is bleeding abuse.
Hey, listen,
I
you
could
count
have
yourself.
been out on bloody drag tonight, earning bloody money. No, I'm
did
sat
that
here
last
like
night.
sat here like a sausage roll, talking
Like
to you on the
a
radio.
sausage roll, like a queen.
Oh, we went into a restaurant today called The Sausage and Roll, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice food,
was
though,
nice.
wasn't it?
The Sausage and Roll. I went, oh, we've got to go there.
No, we
What
went
the-
in
what- yeah,
and
honest-
Irish went, "Oh, sausage and roll," and I went, "Excuse me,
Sausage and Roll.
talking about?"
So Sally's nickname in the team. Do you want to hammer?
No, I've got your
Sally's
head, it's
nickname
okay.
is the don't you. Who said you could touch my Laurel and Hardy?
Whatever's yours is mine.
No.
Oh, yes,
No. There are areas where you
Put that
don't
away.
touch, and Laurel and Hardy is one of those areas.
So Sally, what is Sally's nickname then?
The boss lady.
Oh, not sausage roll, no.
No, no. I'm going to call her
I'm
Bruce.
not- oh dear, oh dear.
I'm gonna call her
I need
Bruce.
to concentrate.
Anybody else
I need
know
to
why I'm
concentrate
gonna
a
call
little
her?
bit more here.
Yeah, what you? We call her
Sally.
boss. We'll call her boss. We'll call her Bruce. Why? We call her
Sally's going to
Bruce?
get the wrong impression of me, I can
Boss
tell you.
lady, Bruce. You don't know how to do the Bruce is called the boss, do you? You don't even know who Bruce
Talking
is.
about Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, he's called the boss, so we'll call her Bruce.
No, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, if you come at me, he'd be the boss. I'd say, no, whatever you want, mate. That's fine.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I'm the boss. Yep, no worries. Whatever you like. Can I get you a cuppa? No, I tell you what, the giggles we had today, and just the chat was flying. And the funny thing about it was, we had gone to meet this team of people. We didn't know who we were meeting,
No.
and I had my tiny little mind that I have had. I had it in my mind that we were going to meet two little old dears. I had no idea why. In my head, I was expecting to see these two little old ladies coming in, and in comes this team of young people who were just.
Like really trendy young people who was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, actually, I thought
Do
Alex was Italian.
Alex, well, yeah, he looks.
Well, have you
Italian.
read what is written in the room? Givento. I thought, Givento. What Givento? Where's that, Givento? That's Italian, Givento.
We've got a little nickname
given
for Alex,
to.
haven't we?
Put
Oh.
a space in the letters. I get really confused, you know.
Alex is Grizzly Adams. And who's the other one? Bear.
Bear.
Yeah,
Oh, he's lovely, isn't he?
he is
Bear.
lovely.
He's supposed to be going round to Sally and Alex's house tonight, so hopefully he's there. So anyway, we're going to bring those guys on to have a chat with us and tell us all about all the various bits and pieces that they've been getting up to. And we have a good old yarn tonight. So tonight is All Request Friday. Please, everybody in the chat room, copy and paste the show onto your Facebook pages and invite everybody around. Oh, by the way, Kev's here.
Yeah, but also, I've got a request tonight.
Oh, do tell.
Is there anybody free in the room to do my ironing? I've got a huge pile upstairs.
No.
Please.
coincidence is a preference for the habitual voyeur of what is known as. A morning suit can be avoided if you take a route straight through what is known as. John's got Brewer's Group, he gets intimidated by the dirty pigeons. They love a bit of him. Who's that gut lord marching? You should cut down on your pork life, mate. Get some exercise.
All the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their punk life. You know what I mean?
I get up when I want, except on Wednesdays when I get rudely awakened by the dustman. I put my trousers on, have a cup of tea, and I think about leaving the house. I feed the pigeons, I sometimes feed the sparrows too. It gives me a sense of enormous well-being. And then I'm happy for the rest of the day, safe in the knowledge there will always be a bit of my heart devoted to it.
All the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their punk life. Punk life.
It's got nothing to do with your four-sprung dirge technique, you know. And it's not about you joggers who go round, 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 round.
All the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their punk life. All the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their punk life.
Oh, Park Life there, Blur. You're a bit of a Blur fan there, Christopher? What am I saying Christopher
Who's
for? Where did I get
Christopher?
Christopher from? Where'd you put that on my head, Christopher?
I did no such thing.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You always tell me what else I'm thinking. Sure. Oh my god! Oh my days!
Oh my days.
Oh my days!
Oi,
Shit.
who's bleeding
I
Christopher?
have no idea. I have no clue where Christopher came from. That word just came straight into my head. Oh, it's
Here it
spiritual.
comes.
It's spiritual.
It's psychic. Something's
It's
gonna happen.
spiritual. Kevin, I was going to say, are you a bit of a Park Life fan? Bit Blur? Bit Blur, mate? Bit
I
Blur?
don't mind a little bit in the background, yeah.
A bit Blur going on. So what's your... Oh, you wanted your ironing done. That's what the request was, wasn't
That
it?
was my
yeah.
request, yeah.
So what's your favourite tune then?
Oh, I've got loads. Depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah. Well, you're always in a bad mood, so which one is it?
Oh. Wow. No, I like music in general.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like Fleetwood Mac and Status Quo, and something with a little bit of a sense behind it,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I tell you what I do like. I like a lot of Lindsey Buckingham. His
Lindsey?
songs. You know Lindsey Buckingham?
I can't say I do, no.
No, all of your American listeners will know Lindsey Buckingham.
Buckingham. I might do it. I'm one of these ones who know the tune more than I know the person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of like, Cage is gone, I want some Dixie Chicks. So do I, but Johanna slapped me.
Oi.
Wait. Lindsey Buckingham was in Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. After the Peter Green days. For those who know.
I
with,
don't know.
with-
I'm too young to remember that.
With Stevie Nicks.
I know Stevie Nicks, obviously.
Yeah.
Did
So
I hear that-
Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham were an item. They
Yeah.
were on the circuit trying to break into music, going around various different studios, and they were overheard actually by the original Fleetwood Mac. which
Oh, I
was
see.
with Mick Fleetwood, the original,
Yeah.
and Peter Green, and the McVies, the married couple. I'm not sure whether they were married at the time, but they did get married. The bassists, and then they joined. Yeah, basically they wanted Lindsey Buckingham to join them when Peter Green left,
Right.
but he said, and the American people, you can quote me if I'm wrong, but he said, if you want me, you must take Stevie Nicks as well.
Okay.
She must come in because we're like a duo together, and I won't let her go elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
And so that's when they both joined Fleetwood Mac. And then after that, I mean, the Peter Green days, the music with Fleetwood Mac, I'm not really that much into.
Yeah.
But then when Lindsey Buckingham was in, because all of their songs are all about life. If
Right.
you listen to them,
So they've got subject matter.
yeah.
I see.
Silver Springs and Tusk, and they've all got a story behind them, and they're all stories. All of the songs, the lyrics, are all stories behind each other's or each member of the band and their relationship.
Intriguing. Intriguing.
Yeah,
Stevie Nicks has such a unique voice. Okay. And Alex is going to Eagles. Alex likes the Eagles. While I've been running down the road trying to loosen my load. Asha. Is it Asha? Says Charmaine. By the way, welcome to the show, Charmaine. Let's get, who else? Is there anybody else joined in?
Lizzie's Sally's Alex's cousin.
Oh, okay. Listen, well, I tell you what, we're getting a bigger audience here over there in that wonderful part of the world. So tonight, the Spirit Quest Radio, for all of the new members or new people coming to be a part of the show, it's a chat show. It's a bit of a chill-out chat show. We have music going on in the background. We have 2 shows a week. The Wednesday night show is more directed along the lines of mediumship and spiritual work, and we do meditations, and we have chats about, paranormal and blah, blah, blah. And on Friday night, it's a bit of a chilled-out night where we all I actually get to be a DJ. Waka waka wah wah. Wiki wah wah. And we have a bit of there's Kevin. She's in the house. Who's in the house? She's in the house. Who's in the house? She's in the house. Kevin Mullane's just arrived in the house. That's the other Kev. Kev 2.
Kev number 2.
Kev 2. I watched one of my favourite films of all time the other day there, which was an Englishman goes up a hill and comes down a mountain. You got Thomas Tup 1 and Thomas Tup 2. Oh. Thomas Tup 2. Anyway, we should do this, shouldn't we? Make some noise.
Spirit Quest Radio. Live from 8 p.m. Spirit Quest.
think I'm in trouble. You can hear the Fleetwood Mac feel about that whole thing. You're right. I like that. You there, Kev?
Yeah.
What did I call him earlier?
Hey, kitty cat.
Oh, Kat's arrived in the house there.
Kitty cat.
Kitty Cat, she's all the way up in... She's up there, like, you know. She's up in Kitty.
Is
She
she
be coming
Brummy?
down, Kitty. Go to the Paul. How's it going? And ciao.
She doesn't speak like that at all.
When she comes back from Birmingham, she will.
You know.
She'll be going, oh, ciao. Isn't it lovely up there?
Nah.
I think I'm in trouble. Now, we have some wonderful people that we met today that are going to come and have a wee chat with us this evening, you know. Don't you know? Oh, yes, indeed. And it is Friday night, so it means we're coming up on the weekend. Have you guys got anything that is happening? You got anything going on? Kevin, what about your good self? What's happening with you?
I'm part of the way through packing my house up for the move.
Oh, I can't imagine anything worse, mate.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
You've got it coming and all.
I haven't. I told you, I'm stressed out as it is.
You moved some furniture. Was it yesterday?
Here today?
No, yesterday. Them.
Yeah.
Moved some furniture yesterday, and he said, when we move, we're getting people in.
I've moved these two big cabinets. She makes it sound like I lifted a couple of baskets. I moved these two big cabinets, Kev. You know, professional cabinets.
Yeah.
But made from wood, not just little metal cabinets, not little tiny tinky bean things.
They are heavy.
Two big, and I moved them from the house. They were dropped over from Gary dropped them over to me, and I put them. They were going into the studio because of the same wood as the entire studio. So I put these in. Do you know what? I carried those two things in, put them into the studio, and I thought that's it. You know, when we move, we're getting a bloke in. We're getting mans with vans.
Man in the van.
I'm not humping gear about. I am not doing that. Oh gosh.
No.
What did you say? You were carrying it and it was really heavy until you found out that you could easily just put it on the floor and push it.
And I was carrying it, trying to carry it. You know the way it's where you kind of what you do is you kind of you lift it in your hands, but you put the back of it on the top of your thighs, and so your torso is leaning back to counterbalance. So you're walking almost like behind yourself, if you know what I mean. And then I was thinking, I can't do this. I'm going to put it down on the floor, and it just slipped forward. I went, oh. And I pushed it, and it went and then Maya pushed it all the way through.
Oh, poor Maya.
And she pushed it all the way through to the kitchen. She went, that was easy, Dad, wasn't it? I was like, yeah, I've just been carrying it for the last 5 minutes.
It was on wheels, on casters.
Yeah. That's a terrible joke, Kevin.
What do you mean you love crab?
That's a terrible joke. Have
Was
you
it
seen
someone
that
knocked my
joke?
door when I opened it? There was a chap standing there, approximately 3.5 inches tall. I asked him who he was, and he told me that was the meter. Oh.
No, Kay said that she's going to eat crab's legs tonight.
Oh, and you said you love crab?
Well, no, Angie said, ooh, crab. I love crab. But the thing is, I bet you Kay's going to be eating king crab, which is...
I either any crab, I go ew as well.
I love it.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Crab,
I've not
lobster,
tasted crab.
and over in Thailand, oh dear.
Oh, you probably like crab. You like cauliflower.
I love cauliflower.
Satan's vegetable.
like
that is.
cauliflower.
Oh, don't be daft. It's the most. When I opened, we were talking about this today, weren't we? Or yesterday? We have a restaurant. Cauliflower won't even be allowed on the resort, let alone in the restaurant.
I love cauliflower, broccoli, any type of vegetable I will eat apart from corn. I don't like corn. I don't see the point in corn.
See, I like corn.
What do you get out of corn?
I'm going to have corn on the breakfast menu, the lunch menu, and evening
What
menu.
do you possibly get out of corn?
Flakes.
Your
Baby corn is nice.
Your body can't even break it up.
Of course you can.
All right, don't go there. Baby corn are nice.
I like
baby corn out in Thailand.
I like them all. They're nice. I don't like cauliflower. Cauliflower is Satan's vegetable. But we digress. We're going into the food. Oh, but then again, it is Friday night. We're supposed to have a chat. So music is the food of the soul.
It is.
It is. So, Kev, you're obviously doing your packing stuff, and where's Derek at the weekend?
Derek's out tonight in Fleet.
In Fleet?
Doing a show in Fleet.
Somerset?
And then tomorrow night he's in Taunton.
Taunton.
Down in the Somerset.
You're Somerset, isn't it?
Yeah. And then they'll be driving home after the show in Somerset, straight up the M5.
Here. You're gonna get in the car, drive all the way up in Somerset. Fleet. I'm sure I've performed in Fleet.
The Harlington. He's at the Harlington tonight.
I'm sure I performed in Fleet.
In fact,
And-
he'd just be going back on stage now for the second half.
Right. And you were with him last night, weren't you?
Yeah, he was in Tunbridge Wells last night. So, and that's about a mile away from where I live.
Aha.
Where I live at the moment.
So you best be there. How come there's no pictures of you with him?
He never likes his pictures taken, you know.
You
that?
never. Oh, how many times have you ever worked with me, Paul? And when there's a live camera rolling, how
He's
often
always
would you ever
behind
see
it.
me?
Well, he's also fan. But we actually didn't tell you, but when we were up doing the seance with you and Derek at his house, we took a whole pile of pictures of you, Kev.
Aha. Yes, we did.
Yeah, but that was after the live broadcast.
No, before the
How
live
do you know?
broadcast, actually.
How do you know?
No, we've got a whole pile of you.
The main thing
before.
was I wasn't actually on live performance camera. That's my point.
There's always next time.
That's my point. Yeah. I mean, the amount of I don't know, TV work that I've done, or recorded video work that we've done, or documentaries that we've done, I've always avoided being on camera.
Yeah, but you can't avoid it forever.
Oh, I will.
Oh,
I'm fine behind the camera. I'm fine. I can direct. I can, put something good on, whether it's a show or a TV series. That's fine. But not in front of the camera. I'm not. I wouldn't even dream about trying to be that person in front of the camera.
I remember when when I was first on stage, I didn't meet. I sort of met Kevin, when he was on
Yeah.
stage. He was doing the camera on stage, and I'd met him, and I'd sort of hi, and he's all right, Paul, hi, and it was just a hi thing. It wasn't that, oh mate, it was a hi thing. And next thing, I went over to the left hand side of the stage, and I kept seeing this Shaun the Sheep with this woman. I kept seeing Shaun the Sheep, and I went to her, what have I got to talk about you about Shaun the Sheep? And she went, I'm on a stag weekend, and he just went, I could hear him staring around.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah. I kept seeing this woman, and then all of her friends went red. They were like, oh my God.
Oh,
How
God.
did you know that? and there they were on a stag weekend, a female's, whatever, hen party weekend, and there was something to do with Shaun the Sheep involved, but, hey, not for me to judge.
Was the hen party in Jamaican Inn before? Did you see him?
That's right, yeah, this girl was sitting outside hammered when she...
I went into the toilet, right? There was no one there when we were going. And when I come out, the actual toilet was just packed with drunken women. I was like, just please get me out of here.
Yeah, there was
It's in the afternoon.
young ladies, Kevin, walking about in their jammies. Lots of them.
I think the bride had a pink tutu on.
Oh,
Choo-choo.
was that who she was?
Yeah.
Well, I was in a hurry to we were leaving. Tell you what we'll do. We'll play a tune, and now how about we invite on Alex and Sally? You think that'd be a good idea?
I think so.
I wonder will Alex speak in his Cornish accent there.
Here.
Here.
We could do with a driver.
We need a driver. That's what we would need. Need a driver, say. Get in front of that bus, drive, say.
Yes, you know. Yes, we could do with a driver.
Here.
Here.
Here, but it's here. When he speak to you, you pay attention. He's a big lad.
I bet he doesn't speak anything like that at all.
He doesn't. He speaks because
very
it was really,
posh.
very, really good. Yeah, and the whole, and he was speaking very nicely and very, very gentle, very much
Yes.
like a gentle giant, very, very posh. And next thing, here, need a driver in a bus.
We need a driver in that
And the
bus.
whole conversation stopped and looked at him and almost really Cornish.
He's being taken over. We're in Jamaican Inn.
Oh, hey. Oh, we'll ask the guys in a minute whether or not they got, because I had this feeling going right down my leg, didn't I?
Yeah, on my
Jamaican.
back.
Were you at the Jamaican, Kev? You weren't, were you?
No.
Ah, no, you weren't there. Look, Alex, they're talking about you. Yeah, pay attention, Alex. We were talking about you. Hey, Catherine. Good to see you.
The club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Mm-hmm. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. When we came, we let the story begin. We're going out on our first date. You and me are thrifty, so go all you can eat. Fill up your bag and I fill up the plate. We talk for hours and hours about the sweet and the sour and how your family's doing okay. And leaving, getting a taxi, kissing the backseat, tell the driver make the radio play. And I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Well, I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. Come on, be my baby, come on. 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 I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room. Now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. Come on, be my baby, come on. Come on, be I'm in love with your body. Come on, be my baby, come on. Come on, be I'm in love with your body. Come on, be my baby, come on. Come on, be I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you.
Ah, there we go. Did that sneak off on its own because it went quiet there for a second or two? It went all quiet. Woman, you're not paying attention?
I am. I'm trying to get Josh in because the
Are
guys
you're playing Patience again, aren't you? Solitaire. She's playing. She's making it look like she's working. She's playing solitaire.
Yeah.
Not Candy Crush.
Well, I don't know. She's playing Candy Crush.
I don't play any type of games like that.
Of course you
whatsoever.
don't. No,
No,
you're
I
doing
don't.
it
You're the
now.
one that plays games, not me.
This is Paul Francis, and welcome to Spirit Quest Radio.
Yes, indeedy. Paul Francis Show. Joined tonight on this wonderful Friday night by Kev.
Yes.
No,
Why do you keep
that
going-
sounded like he was
why-
like...
Why
What?
do you keep going quiet? You keep disappearing.
I don't know, mate. I'm still here.
Oh. No, you went very quiet. I couldn't hear anything.
No, that's because she was talking.
Oi.
Can't hear nothing when
See,
she's talking, mate.
This is
I
what-
reckon you're muting my flow. No, I can't hear you.
I would not mute you.
You're leaving me standing there in the middle of a dance floor with the music going, just looking around.
What?
Yes.
Not I. Oh, no, not I. Oh, no, not I. Now, let me see. There's Kevy. There is. So I'll tell you what we'll do. How about There we are. We're setting that up now. So we might. What we'll do is we've got that all fired up to bring in Lindsay. Oh, sorry, Lindsay. Where did I just see that name, Lindsay? These numbers. Why is these names jumping in my head tonight? We're gonna bring in Sally and Alex. So that's ready to go to bring those guys in right now. So I think what we do is if we press, if we get a tune in, like a proper tune from an album that's just begun to release. You know what album I'm talking about? Like a proper album. It's on release.
Not your one then.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Kev. This one here's still
Lovely.
asleep. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm glad you're
Oh.
here. I'm glad you were here, mate.
Mute.
I am so glad you're here. I think it's probably a really good tune before we bring in Alex and Sally, because this is track's called Ghost in the Night.
Awesome.
This is a track from my new album, Rain, which is being released as we speak, literally. And literally on you now. And right after this, in 3 minutes and 20 seconds, you'll be speaking to a couple of really nice people.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're not here, Alex and Sally will do.
Darkened clouds, they linger. Hide the colors of the moon. Deep inside, just tells me lets me know you've come again, again. And the feel you breathe upon me, I feel you touch my head, and I know your time's come, going home again. Ghost in the night. A great day when the angels fall. A simple light flickers like candles in a dark night, calling out. Oh, I'm so cold, I feel your fear. A driven wind is calling out your name, and the feel you breathe upon me, I feel you touch my head, and I know your time's come, going home again. Ghost in the night. Ghost in the night. Ghost in the night. Ghost in the night.
And that was obviously from the new album, Rain, which is now going to be available. And as you all know, the album Rain is going to be 100% of the profits of Rain is going to children's cancer. So a lot of people didn't want it on download, would you believe? A lot of people didn't want that on download.
No, they wanted the sound CD, that's
It was
why.
Kev's idea to do it on download.
Yeah, so it's Kev's fault.
I'll blame me. Why not?
Yeah, well, you're not here. So when you're not around when we make these decisions, blame Kev.
Listen. You're not always there either, so be careful.
I'm never here, mate. I'm never here. Guess who we've got in the studio? Take it away. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, look at listen.
How you doing?
We've got it the wrong way. You see the way the boss lady's up front?
Yeah.
I am.
Got it right.
And the hubby's behind. That's
What's
wrong.
happening?
I think you've gone wrong there, Alex. What's going on?
I'm
Is
on
that
the side
wrong?
of the chair.
And did Bear turn up tonight?
No, he couldn't get round. He couldn't get here, so it's just me and Alex tonight.
Oh,
But they're all on. They're all watching, and they're all signing in.
yeah.
Awesome.
What was it? I had a bit of a giggle today. One of the guys said to me, "Oh, Paul, on your show, we'll send you some pictures." I went, "It's radio." So you can send them if you like.
Was that? Was that Bear?
I think it was Bear. Yeah, I'll send you some pictures. But no, it was Jay. It was Jay because he showed me that picture that you took in Bob in Jail.
Oh, that amazing
You got to
picture.
send that to Kev for me, please. You got to send a copy of that to Kev. Kev, I kid you not. In 25 years of hunting down spirits and energies, and I have never seen a clearer picture of a spirit woman in my entire life. Kev, you have to see this. It's absolutely
I will
mind-blowing.
evaluate it, sir.
I kid you not. It is
Have a look.
amazing.
The credit goes to Ryan of the group. He
Yeah.
went up and took that one.
Yeah, absolutely. We just sort of had a bit of an event. Everyone went out for a break, and I said to him, "Grab the camera, go around whilst everyone's on a break, and just take a few shots."
Yeah.
And he kind of got the camcorder reflection as he took the shot with the flash,
Yeah.
and the image of a woman comes through that so clearly that we didn't have to brighten it or change it in any way.
It's amazing.
And it went viral within about 24 hours. It was
Can
brilliant.
you send me the original?
Absolutely.
The actual original file from the
Get hold
device?
of Ryan, and we can get him to send. It's still on his memory card, but we can get him to send that to you. Absolutely.
As long as it's the original, that'll be fine.
I tell you what, Kev. I mean, and you know what Kev knows what I'm like. I'm very, very right. Okay, let's have a look at this. We have to look at it. And I went, oh my god! And it just was. Initially, when they were trying to say no, I saw it as vapor. I went, no, I could see it straight away. There it is, there. And he went, yeah, that's it. And I was like, whoa! It's very brilliant, pal. It's not, what I was looking for when they said how it was taken. I was actually looking at it and thinking, okay, is this a reflection? Has this been a reflection back of of glass, and it's created a picture? But the features of the lady that they took is nothing like the guys, so it's not a reflection. It's just absolutely mind-blowing picture. It's brilliant.
It is.
I want
can
Kev
go
to see
over
it.
It was so good, I even questioned it.
Yeah, we both did. We had a good look at it, and we did the same thing.
Yeah.
Where we wanted to make sure that it was something genuine, but her face is very elegant. She's very soft featured, and the clothing is old style era, where it's all got old style buttons and things like that. So
she dresses like Alex.
It's Cornish accent.
Isn't he horrible?
I told you I'm a git, didn't I? Like,
Honestly.
Kevin will tell you. Well, no, Kevin's worse than I am. Actually, I'm very tame compared to
Kevin's
Kevin.
awful.
I think the accent was
Yeah,
funny. The joke I was making.
Kevin is responsible for getting me involved in spirit in the first place.
Right, okay.
And we're not talking about ghosts and spirits. We're talking about the one that comes out of a bottle. So
That's terrible.
it's not,
I don't mind anyone having a drink after we've all finished working.
but
I agree.
no.
Yeah, but I don't play with those spirits.
no, tell them all the truth, Kev. That's not. Well, he told you. This is the female side of Kev coming out. He tells you part of the conversation. We all finished work, and he was right. And he said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going home." Even though you're not, come on, Ryan, come on, come out with us, the team and Colin and that. We're going back for a drink. I went, "Oh, okay." So I went back, and it was around about 11 o'clock, something like that. And I said, "Right, that's it. I've got something like 12 readings tomorrow. I got to go." He said, "No, it's St. Patrick's night." I was like, "I know St. Patrick." He said, "You're Irish. I'm Irish. Sit down." 10 to 4 in the morning, I got in.
Sit down.
10 to 4 in the morning, I got in, hammered. We had to cancel all the readings the following day, and he come down to me, "All right, mate." "Don't you all right, me?"
7 o'clock in the morning. I was wide awake walking around. I was fine.
I was actually. They were trying to wake me up because we were staying at a flat, and the team were trying to wake me up and get me dressed. I was like, "Oh, leave me alone, please, just shoot me." Oh, that was a great time. Wait, brilliant! I actually got that anniversary's coming up, Kev. Friday.
I'm glad you can remember it.
Well, I can remember the following. I remember the night. I remember you saying, "Sit down, you're Irish," and the lads, the other lads coming down, the other camera crew, and the sound crew coming down and punting pints in front of us. And then after, it's just a blur. But anyways,
well, I do find this staff creep around me buying me pints to try and get me drunk.
He's easy to get drunk. Give him a wine gummies off. So let's. I mean, Kev does. Obviously, you know, Kev's a lot with the live mediumship. So he's done a lot of work with the great Colin Fry, and a lot of stage work. But he doesn't know a lot of what we do as well, which is the paranormal investigations and that kind of thing. So, I'd love Kev to jump in with some questions for you, but I'm going to ask you a couple of like little standards. So, what has been, apart from that picture that you've got today, what has been one of the most sort of mind-blowing events that you've been part of, you guys?
I think the most mind-blowing one recently has to be Fort Whitley in Portsmouth.
Right.
And I didn't, to be honest, I didn't have my hopes up very high. I kind of went in and thought, yeah, you know, it'll be a good night. And it's got all these tunnels underground. Very, very scary, creepy, and brave if you go down on your own.
Yeah.
And then it's got rooms that extend off the tunnels. And so in the dark, you can get lost quite easily. And we had constant activity throughout the night, even from setting the cameras up. We had Bear, who went down and he saw an apparition with his own eyes and came running up the stairs quite quickly.
Yeah.
And
I was stood with him, and his face just absolutely changed. I wasn't looking where he was looking, and Dan is an easy one to fool. And the hair came up on the back of his neck. He almost bolted and left me down there on my own.
It was just constant all the way through. We got disembodied female screams caught on camera on EVPs. And where we analysed it afterwards, we wanted to make sure that everybody that was around us, that it wasn't someone else in the group that had screamed.
Yeah.
We've seen on camera that nobody was doing anything. Everybody was whispering. And we've caught the scream on all the cameras, which was absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh, wow.
And then later on through the night, we had a stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
The stairwell basically has some lights, but everything's all switched off. And we asked for them to make themselves known.
Right.
And the lights were flickering on and off and coming on and off with command. And it was just brilliant because that wasn't even our equipment. That was just the lights there, which was just fantastic. It was brilliant.
Speaking of equipment, that's a good question with Kev, because Kev is very, very tech.
Yeah.
He's very, Kev is the sort of the tech of all of the things going. So, sort of explain what kind of equipment you would take on a high-end paranormal investigation.
High-end paranormal investigation.
Yeah, so if you were taking all the bells and whistles, what would you be bringing along?
The REM pod's one of them.
The REM pod, yeah.
Most of the time, the REM pod doesn't actually do anything all night. The last time we were at Bodmin Jail, we had full-on communication through the REM pod, which is actually turned out to be a pretty interesting tool.
Okay, so before we go any further, for all of the people who are listening who have no idea what a REM pod is, explain what that is.
The REM pod is a device that can pick up on the electromagnetic field around us. So Spirit can manipulate that, and we ask them to come closer to the device, which can pick up on that the change in the magnetic field.
Yeah.
Which then sets off alarms and lights on the device.
Yes.
So it's got different levels of how close you can be and how far away you are. And if we touch it, we have to be right up by it. So if we're standing about a metre away, and the alarm goes off and the lights start going off, we can tell how close they are to the device. But we can also ask them yes and no questions to get them to light different lights.
Yep.
So, and it doesn't always work, it doesn't always go off. And it's something that we take with us and we put into certain areas that we feel could have a bit of activity. And we just wait and see what happens. And it's definitely happened in Bodmin Jail a few times where all the hairs go up on your body. And then we had it going off. Where else did you have it going off?
Top floor Bodmin Jail. The last time was actually in the long room Bodmin Jail. We had it with some old Victorian style children's scary dolls at the back of the room.
Yeah.
And while we were doing our opening circle, this REM pod, started playing. It was mind blowing.
So that's definitely something that we'd take on to.
So that's the one. So the REM pod. So what would be the next thing that goes into the bag?
We have K2 meters, which
K2s,
is basically the same thing. It can react with lights. And it goes basically from the green lights to the orange lights and red lights.
Yeah.
And again, yes and no questions, and they can manipulate which lights they want to put on. I think the best one was when we felt we had children that were playing games.
Yeah.
And we've got about 6 of them in a circle with a group of people. And I said, let's get these up to red at the same time. And I said, I'm going to count to 3 and they're all going to go. And I did it, and every single K2 meter flashed red.
Oh, wow.
It was super fantastic. And the whole crowd that were there, they freaked out.
I just want to say a big hi to Timothy Ascott. Say hi, Timothy. And we want to say hi to you. It's Timothy Ascott says hi, big hello. Hi, Timothy. I'm glad to hear that you're listening in on the show. Good to see you. So we got the K2. So come on, keep it going. Let's talk about the toys. Kev, you making notes here?
All the toys.
I'm absorbing.
We also have EVP recorders, which is also known as dictaphones.
Let's throw one of my questions out the window.
Yeah, we have those.
You do know that joke, don't you?
No.
Can you use your dictaphones and no use your finger like everybody else?
Stop!
Oh.
How very rude.
How very dare you?
Do carry on, boss. Ignore him.
Dare you.
Alex is in the back going, yes, he got it in.
Bring the tone down.
I do apologise to all of our listenings.
Can you understand why?
Johanna made me say that.
No, can you understand why I cringe at the thought of a live show?
What did you just say? I do apologise to all of our listenings.
He
did say that.
See, but that's technical. That's the spiritual people as well as the physical people. So our listenings.
Oh, God.
Dear. Carry on, boss.
Yeah, I'm digging myself in here.
Yes, you are, yes.
Yeah, so carry on. Yeah, I do apologise. Carry on.
So I'm going to call that an EVP recorder.
Yeah. Just so that I do know what the heck I'm talking about, EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomena, right?
Yes, and I'm glad you said that because I always get tongue twisted on it.
Yeah. So funny.
So what was it again? Sorry, Sally. It's what? EVP stands for?
No. You've already said it now. It's
you can't go back on that. She's not having it.
Oh, listen to the girls all sticking together, will you? Oh, it makes you, God.
Thanks, Joe.
I'll tell you what, it makes the boys want to go for a pint, doesn't it, boys?
Yeah, whatever. Me and Sally run the show. You go.
But yeah, I mean, they're really good. We take those with us. With them, you can put headphones in.
Yeah.
And it will pick up on spiritual voices that we can't hear with our own ears. And if you put headphones in, then you can hear what happens around you live at the time. But it also records it. And if we feel that we've caught anything that's unusual, then we bring it back to analyze it to see if it is anything. I think the most amazing one we had was a place in Newton Abbot. And we were all upstairs And I said, "How old are you? If there's someone
I
here."
remember that. That was good.
It was brilliant,
That was
and
good.
it was a little girl, and she came through and said, "I'm 10," as clear as anything.
Oh.
And obviously we don't have children on the event,
It
so
had excitement behind it. It
Yeah.
was as clear as day going, I'm 10.
yeah,
It's like really
Wow.
proud.
it was really, really good. And so then on that, we got toys and things and footballs to leave in the room. And we were filming and trying to see if we could get any of the toys going off or rolling. But that was basically what we got. But it was a treasure just to hear her voice.
That's
Oh.
lush. That's lush.
Yeah.
So we got the K2, the EVP. I've forgotten the name of the one. Spirit Box. That's a Spirit Box, isn't it? Do you guys
Red
use a Spirit Box?
We do use spirit boxes, yeah. I find that the old style spirit boxes were a lot better than the ones that are being remade at the moment.
Yeah.
We find that they worked on a better level, whereas the new ones are a bit, they don't work as well.
I can tell you why that is. Okay, going into the technology aspect, it's
Yeah.
because the old ones didn't go through the frequencies as quick, and the new ones do. They race through them, and that's
Yeah.
why. So it can go right past the frequency that an energy may be working on, whereas the older ones kind of just sort of mold gently. Speaking in a tech format, the algorithm or the waveform was wider than the newer ones, which are sharper. So that's why.
Right.
So we
Right.
haven't used that for quite a while, actually.
No, we
so-
haven't. I mean, the old ones were obviously brilliant. We used to get some fantastic footage with that, and we used to video record it.
Yeah.
So we do have videos on our Facebook page and on YouTube.
And tell
Where-
everybody how they can find you, by the way.
Absolutely. We are on Facebook under Silent Voices Ghost Hunts, where we've got our videos and pictures, and everybody keeps up to date with us on there and our events. We also have our website, which is silentvoices.co.uk.
Yeah.
And we have YouTube and a channel, Silent Voices Ghost Hunts, where we put up all our videos. Absolutely great network. Everybody gets involved. Everybody can put their opinions across and their points across. It's a very, very good place to be chatting on our Silent Voices page.
Yeah.
And we try to meet up with as many people as we can on our events. It's really good fun.
Can I correct something? It's silentvoicesghosthunts.co.uk.
You just keep her in check there, pal.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh.
See, this one's going to be trouble.
It's going to be one of the rare times you get an opportunity. I tell you.
Yeah, you'll never let that one down now.
Oh yeah, I'll remind you on a regular basis with that one. Just to let all the listeners know, I've actually zipped across to your website as we were talking. What a very cool website! I have to say, really, really nice. It's very kind of. I love that Victorian look. Fort Widley on the 11th of March. Book now. Where else we got coming on here? It's really quite cool. That is actually.
Yeah, Fort Widley tomorrow, and we've still actually got places for that one. So if anyone wants to do last minute,
Okay, where is that?
Fort Widley in Portsmouth.
In Portsmouth, there you go. So if you're in the Portsmouth or Portsmouth area, zip across and meet up with the team on Silent Voices. Unfortunately, we are not going to be a part of this one, but we will be parts of lots to come.
Yes, we will.
The Drake Low Tunnels on the 5th of August. So there you go. What else have we got coming on here? I'm just trying to give everybody a bit of it. Although we'll do this a lot more, don't worry. The War Museum on the 15th of April.
Yeah.
Where's that? Which War Museum, though?
The War Museum is in Cornwall.
Down here. I know that one, yeah.
And we just went to visit it a couple of days ago to have a bit of a look around. And it's just fantastic. It's brilliant. It's huge. So we can get plenty of people on that one and spread everyone out. And they've got museums there and artifacts there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, lots of activity.
Let's get Kev down on that.
Absolutely.
Well, apparently they have, which we're hoping to find out, an angry German spirit who may be attached to one of the items that was brought in there. So we're looking forward to trying that one out.
We'll have to get Kev down. He speaks German.
Oh, brilliant, because they've actually said if anyone speaks German to bring them in, because
I do fluent. I'm fluent German.
There you go.
Fantastic. They respond to it.
What is your name?
Oh God! I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. That's only fools. Only
love
fools
it.
know. What is your
Oh,
name?
that's classic.
Right. Listen, we're going to play a tune.
I've got my questions ready now on the roller list.
You just hang on to your questions till we come back. Let's play a tune.
Okay,
Oh
wonderful.
my god.
This is very apt with this wonderful bunch of people. You are listening to Spirit Quest Radio, the Paul Francis Show. I am joined as normal with Kevin and Johanna, but we have with us tonight Sally and Alex from Silent Voices, and what a laugh these lovely people are. Enjoy a little bit of this. You'll know what this is straight away, and we'll be back with you in a few minutes' time.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. You start to freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause this is daylight night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's daylight night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. You hear the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run. You feel the cold hand and wonder if you ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination, girl. But all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time, 'cause this is daylight night. There ain't no second chance against the thing with the 40 eyes, girl. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Night creatures calling, the dead start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end of your life. They're out to get you. There's demons closing in on every side. They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial. Now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Yeah. All through the night, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is daylight night. 'Cause I can feel you more than any gold would ever try. So let me hold you tight and share up together. It's tonight. 'Cause this is daylight night. Girl, I can feel you more than any gold would ever
the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
I'm gonna do it tonight.
The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Do you know that's actually Kevin laughing in the bathroom? It is.
Me?
Yeah, when
Me?
he looks in the mirror, he goes,
Oh, leave poor Kevin.
he looks at
alone.
himself, go, oh my
No,
God.
no, I don't. No, I don't.
He does. He
No,
looks at
actually-
himself in the mirror and he goes,
actually, no,
God,
no.
I'm so attractive.
I look at myself in the mirror and I think,
I'm getting better looking
Powerful
every day.
woman.
I can't wait for tomorrow.
no, I never look at myself in the mirror. No.
How do you shave then?
With a razor. What about you?
How do you shave when you're
With
not
a razor.
looking in the mirror?
Oh, you don't need a mirror to shave.
Yes, I do. I don't want to nick this masterpiece of a face.
No.
If you notice, the older you get, right, when you're looking down in the sink, right, you're looking down in the sink, right, and you turn your head to look in the mirror, but your face is still looking down in the sink.
No.
I've noticed that. You know,
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you bent over the sink, you know, you're putting water in your face, and you turn to look yourself in the mirror, and your face is still hanging in the sink. Oh,
No.
my God, I hate getting old. Okay. Anyway, we're back tonight. We've got Alex and we've got Sally here from Silent Voices, and a lot of their team. Shen has just joined us. Hi, Shen. And she says I'm lost. Well, that's nothing new, really.
Oh, yeah,
Shen,
that's just normal.
Shen can get lost in her house, but and so we have Kev, of course, as normal. We've got, or as Johanna has aptly named him, which it's a term of endearment, though, isn't it?
It is a term of
Sir Cryptic.
endearment. Cryptic.
So cryptic. So cryptic. Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, I can get lost in a phone box, me.
I know, I've seen him do it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what?
Superman.
He went in to come in. He went in there. He went in to come out as Superman. Got lost. But and of course,
Very embarrassing.
Johanna is with us tonight. Spirit Quest Radio is a Friday night. It means it's all Request Friday. Coming up very shortly, we're going to be looking at the star signs and a wee quick peek at the weather. And it's probably a good idea to look at the weather because these wonderful, lovely people are going on a ghost hunt tomorrow night. If you'd like to be with them, make sure you tune in and keep tuned in and start making notes because we'll be talking about that in a moment. Kev, now I understand you've got some questions for the team, haven't you?
Oh, I have. I'm a hard man, you know me.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It takes even though I work within the industry, it takes a lot for me to come away from my production point of view to actually melt in with what's going on in my surroundings. Because even though I spent kind of like 10 years on the road with Colin on doing live shows, whether it be in TV work or whether it be in stage work, I wasn't really concentrating on listening to what he was saying or doing. I'm more looking on how's the production doing? What is it looking like for the viewer?
Yeah.
How is it sounding for the viewer? You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so when you guys were talking earlier about all your equipment and your toys in the box and, all the innuendos you were coming out with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, matron.
Oh, man.
There is me sat there thinking, oh, yes,
Yes,
yeah. Absolutely just me, you do. I didn't mean it, Harold.
Oh, he's off.
Yes,
You know, it took him 20 minutes to stop this.
On a serious note, I've got some questions for your guests this evening.
Our guest, bud.
And
our
I
guest.
don't want to come over as hard, but I need.
That'll be a first.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
I like to be convinced, and I think my questions that I'm going to put to you, the listeners, are going to benefit maybe from the answers as well. My first question is this: what is your take on residual energy, on physical? Is it physical or is it electrical? What is your take on residual energy?
Right, I did a bit of a blog on this one actually. Funny enough, on the website. Residual energy. You referring to the stone tape theory?
Well, not necessarily stone tape theory, because, for example, back in the 90s, the army were back down in the Falklands, and the communication corps were actually hearing some old radio messages from the Falklands War that were still bouncing around.
Yeah.
Well, I believe.
Go on.
Go on.
I believe residual energy is a thing. It's definitely a thing. And for somebody who doesn't believe, just to give you an idea of what residual, everyone experiences residual energy, is when you walk into a room and two people have been arguing. We all feel it's like cutting. You could cut the air with a knife. Really, so that's a good example of residual energy and picking up in the moment. Whether long residual energy over a long time, over time and space, I think if that particular room has had a repetition of the same sort of action or the same level of job that may have been done in the room, or even something as sinister as abuse over and over again, I believe that room can hold a stronger level of residual.
Yeah, like traumatic incidents. If something really, really bad has happened, because everything is vibration, everything is an energy. Yeah. So the vibration then is carried out as the act is carried out, and can then be held in the environment around, and I do feel that it can be repeated over again and again and again.
Well, on that one, I would agree with you, and the fact that it can be layered as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as energy has been created, you're right. Imagine every sort of scenario that happens. Let's look at, because the one that everybody gets involved with is negative energy. So imagine a negative energy being a long silk blanket, but wafer thin silk blanket. Well, that floats down, and then it happens again, and another one floats down, and it begins to layer. Yeah. So that's why on the odd occasion, and this is my opinion on this great question, brilliant question, Kev, by the way, is that when people, they come home and they're wiped, and they sit down, and they sit into this residual energy, and then they start feeling tired or painful, and because they're absorbing that energy they're sitting in. So that's my take on that particular. And as for the question, do I think it's electrical or do I think it's physical? I'm going to say physical.
I think it's a good mixture of both.
I think a good mixture of both. Yeah.
But I like what you said there about different layers of fabric. It ties it down, and this is, I annoy a lot of people when I say this, and I apologise to anyone who's scientific, is I believe science has proven energy and spiritual down to a quantum physics level. And with the whole latest discoveries with gravitational waves, and it's now being confirmed that Einstein was correct, that we live in a blanket of space-time, that pretty much sits as the same analogy.
I totally agree with that. And isn't it amazing that somebody who is a scientist was actually able to confirm spiritual energy? Aha.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that.
So can I throw another one in then?
Absolutely, go for it.
This is a biggie, okay? This is a biggie.
Yeah.
Derek Acora and Colin Fry have both stated in the past that when somebody is in spirit, they have no sense of time, and equally, time is not important. Do you find that more ghost activity is at night or during the daytime? Because for me, ghosts don't just appear when it's dark. What's your take on that?
Well, for me, it's all the way through the day, all the way through the night. It can happen at any time. We do get a lot of calls from people that are having trouble with paranormal activity, hauntings in their home. And it's very often reported that the activity is going throughout the day. And it's a very common thing that people say, well, I only thought it happened at night time, and it's happening through the day, and I don't know how to cope. And I have to say to them, the only reason why we do the events at nighttime is just to take out some of the things where we can say, well, we don't know if it's paranormal or not, hence sunlight or daylight that can create shadows. Whereas if we do it at nighttime, then if there is shadow movement in the dark, then we can say that's not daylight, you know. So that's the only reason really why we do it in the dark. And it's just, I suppose, an extra creepy feeling as well for events. And,
I've got a little bit of a point of view. If you don't mind me jumping in on that, you know, we have the one of the reasons why we as human beings perceive paranormal or spiritual energy more at night is because our physical senses, i.e., smell, sight, hear, touch, taste, all of that becomes heightened the more dark and the more sort of less we have to be able to use. So the old saying, you know, as if a person loses their sight, their hearing becomes that much more acute. If they lose their hearing, their sight becomes, and their other senses start to come up. So the more that we move into sense deprivation, the more we become aware.
Yeah, absolutely. And I completely agree with that. There are some things that we've come across in experiments. One of our team members, Mana, he came on and said, I want to try an experiment and I want to blindfold people so that the rest of the senses then are heightened and they can pick up on other sounds and smells and feelings. And it was absolutely brilliant. Even though we did it in the dark, even though, you know, even having your eyes open, you're still searching for sight. Whereas if you then put a blindfold over, everything else becomes very, very, very the slightest touch or sound. You found that they were hearing things and they thought it was a communication, but then what they found when they looked around, it was actually water dripping. And that was Jay and Anna doing a bit of an experiment together where Jay had something over his ears so that his sight would become more enhanced, and Mana would have the blindfold over. And even though it wasn't a paranormal thing, it was still interesting to see that how heightened their senses became when they did that. It was brilliant work.
Yeah,
I understand that fully.
Yeah.
Absolutely fully what you're saying, because when it's dark, my senses are heightened as well, especially my sense of touch. Because in the dark, I can always find the upside down plug on the floor.
yeah. Well done,
okay, moving on to my next question. Okay. My interpretation of a ghost is a spirit trapped between planes. Have you got any idea why some are trapped and some are able to move on?
I think I might be able to answer this the best way I can. I believe some are trapped because multiple reasons. It's spirit worlds and ghosts are just as dynamic as human beings with what they believe in, with their personalities, because that's what they are, the consciousness with the personality. So when you go back in time, for example, and you have a lot of spirits from a certain era, no offense, no offense for like a religious, but back in those days, it was very God-fearing and religious sort of states.
Yes.
So I believe that a lot of spirits who may have sinned or been told they would go to hell, for example, find themselves trapped because they're afraid to move on due to a level of judgment. And that's just one possible answer why a spirit could find themselves trapped and not wanting to move forward. But I think it's down to their personal beliefs, really.
I think at the end of the day, how you are as a person when you cross over is how you will experience the next part.
Oh,
So
God.
if you are if you are a very positive person, then you will have a very positive experience, and it's your choice on what you want to do. It's like it's our choice what we want to do when we're here. And if you want to stay with your family and comfort them and
No,
be with
no,
them,
no.
I feel that that's a huge part of them wanting to stay behind. But I also find that some of them, and like Bob in Jail, when we go there, and some of the events where you think to yourself, well, why do they stay? You know, there isn't anyone here for them. It's mainly because they're happy where they are, and you can't force anybody to do anything that they don't want to. So if they're happy where they are and they genuinely like us coming in and communicating with them and chatting with them, and you kind of build up a bit of a relationship with them. And then it's up to them. They choose when they want to do the next step. So it's not really a way of just being trapped. It's some of them don't know what to do. Some of them don't know how to make the next step. And that's when a few people can come in and help them. And some of them are quite happy to be where they are and to support families and
then
watch over them.
Then you have some of the others who still don't believe they've passed.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say there's an element of people who are not aware that the fact that they've actually crossed it. I actually use that in part of my stage work and part of my teaching, that you will come across people who just are not convinced that they've crossed over, and you know, that's actually I agree with Alex on that front. There is a certain amount of people you'll come across who just are not you know, they don't believe. I like that concept. I'd never actually thought of it before, where you know, a religious aspect may have something. I've never actually thought of that before. That's quite a really good concept. That's something to really, I'll take that on board and have a look at that.
I believe the experience in our life is continued during our afterlife, and this is why this is why I personally believe we keep coming back and having the human experience, so we can be within the physical realm, so we are able to learn and to progress our spirits even more through various experiences.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would tie in.
Yeah.
Well, I would agree with the whole concept there, that the fact that we do, we come in and we're at university basically, and we work and we then hopefully graduate up onto a level where we can become, I mean, after many, many, many lifetimes, by the way, we graduate to the point where we actually become guides.
I believe we're in preschool.
Yeah.
Such a way to go.
Yeah.
So
great. I can't wait to go to uni.
The female ghost slayer are much hotter.
So that kind of like that kind of creates another question then on the back end of that.
Yeah.
Do you ever get repeat ghosts? And if so, do they follow you from one venue location to another?
We have had that. I mean, I have had one occasion where we were doing some events, and we were kind of private, so we were just sort of doing it ourselves. And then we came home, and the strange thing was, when we came home, I walked into the living room, came back out, and the front door had it opened and shut in front of me.
Yeah.
And nobody was there. And, you know, I went in and I checked and I looked outside and there wasn't anybody in the street. And so came back in. So I, you know, passed it off and thought, well, maybe I left the door open and it just shut.
Yeah.
But later on through the night, I found that we were picking up on senses and cold air. And then about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, my son came into me with a nosebleed. And he said that he'd seen someone and had a bad dream.
He hasn't done it before or since.
Never done it before, never done it since. And that's where I kind of thought, you know, maybe something's followed us home. And and so then did an energy clearance and blessed the house and made sure that everything had been removed. And so this is what we do now. We protect ourselves, we protect our customers, and we make sure that if anyone is doing anything like this, that you are well protected and you don't take anything home with you, because yes, it is definitely possible.
I could not agree more. I could not agree more.
I understand that, because I know you need to open and close and also offer protection around those taking part. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
But going on what you just said there, I kind of related to when we had my granny's wake, which went on for 2 days. On the last night, it was about 4:00 in the morning when there must have been about 18 of us in her lounge. And I kid you not, the door opened. The door handle went down and opened. It was silent. We was all like just going off to sleep. The door handle opened. The door handle went down. The door opened and closed again. And we're all there. And I said, "Did anybody else just see what I just saw?" And then my cousins were going, "Yeah." Yeah. So. Yeah, no, I can relate to that. Okay, another question then.
Yep.
Earlier on, you mentioned about a very angry German ghost, and then you also spoke about a very sweet-sounding little girl that you got on EVP.
Yeah.
So, do you get good and bad ghosts, and is it easier to connect to a good one or easier to connect to a bad one?
Well, I mean, I don't think that even the bad ones are bad. I don't personally would put that as a bad spirit. I just feel that most of the time it is someone that is frustrated, or when you think to yourself, you can talk to anybody you want, people notice you. If you approach people, they'll be able to respond to you. But then on the other side, you'll be going up to people, you'll be trying to communicate with them, and you won't get anything. You get ignored. And even us as humans alive, if we get ignored, we feel upset about that. And so that's where the frustration can build up, where they're just trying to talk to someone. And when we were talking about the German spirit, it's been said that he's angry because he's in a place that he doesn't like to be, because he didn't like the British. And so there's lots of British people going in and out, which is obviously frustrating because he doesn't like them.
Well, it's kind of like if he crossed over at that time, the time of the war, he would he could well, if we're going by what we've been talking about, and he has still got the mentality of when he crossed. He could well be still of the mentality that there is still a war going on. Now, my personal opinion is when we cross, well, not only is it personal opinion, it's through experience, but when we cross, we're met by our friends, our family, our guides, so nobody ever crosses alone. So I have a little bit of a, not too sure of a bite into that particular apple, but when we cross over, we're met by our friends and family who have crossed ahead of us. Now, we can be anywhere on this planet, middle of the Sahara, middle of London, or middle of New York, or wherever. Once we cross over, we enter another realm, and that realm doesn't have the same concepts as we portray here. So we'll be met by our friends and family who say, "Hey, listen, you're okay, you're with us." But as we have here on the Earth plane, we have a thing called free will. So I agree that still is over there. So in where Alex was going, they're either not aware that they've crossed over, or B, they're not willing to accept they've crossed over, where you can get frustration involved. Hence, another German word jumps in there. What's that? Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, yeah.
Poltergeist meaning unsettled spirit. Polter and geist. So
noisy ghost, yeah.
To cut to the connection part of this, sorry. Which one is it easier to connect to, the good or bad? Is that the question, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try and use an analogy for this one. It depends on your output, really, depending on which one would be easier to connect to. For example, if you were to walk into your local pub with a bad attitude and shouting abuse and a negative aspect, you're going to get clocked in the face. Really, you're going to get a bad experience. But if you go in and start buying everyone around the drinks and being friendly, you're going to get a completely different experience. And I believe that's the same when you enter a haunted room. I think it all comes down to how you are. You may have a nasty energy, but it may not care that you're there.
Yeah.
There's one word that do you know what? That's a fantastic analogy. I like that. Actually, nobody would hit him in the face. There wouldn't be no reach. But anyway.
I've actually walked into my village pub. I live in a little village area just outside Tunbridge, and I walked in there very, very happy. So I can see what you're saying. Yeah. And then when the landlord then told me the price of the pint, I then become very angry. So I could have been a schizophrenic
schizophrenic spirit, or schizophrenic involve a spirit. But
and my final question coming up.
One thing before you go into the final, Kev, I would like to agree with the guys there. Even if you go out with Silent Voices or come out with us or whatever, just show respect. It's respect for yourself, respect for the spirit people, respect for the environment in which you're working, and that will layer that little blanket of positive energy that they will be able to use and you can use. So that's my little point there.
Well, that's keeping an open mind, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the positive energy that really gets activity going.
There you go.
We found that laughing and singing and really keeping everybody's energy heightened is what brings the activity in. So definitely respect and positivity.
And you leave on a high.
Yeah.
They give you a good time. They really do. Yeah. When they respond to a positive energy. So keep it positive, keep it loving.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
How loving though? How loving?
To a degree.
You see, the reason why I say that is because I saw a couple of gay ghosts once.
Yeah, we had a jolly sailor in Bob. Like one of the guys who went down there, and that made his night.
Yeah,
I have seen gay ghosts.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm waiting for someone to say, "How do you know they were gay?" Go on.
How do you know they were gay?
Because they were putting the willies up each other. All right, leading on then to my final question.
No.
Do any of your crew wear rope belts to help them back upstairs, or do they wear belt tags? That's the end of my question. Don't answer that. That's it. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm glad you answered my question.
I did have an answer for that one.
Go on.
How else am I going to be pulled up that hallway?
Absolutely. We need something to tie around our waist just to pull us a little bit.
Oh, God. Right, speaking of which, now, we met these wonderful people today, ladies and gentlemen, from around the world. We had an all too brief meeting. It was about an hour and a half, but it was still...
Yeah, it went really quick, didn't it?
We just wanted to hang out for the rest of the day. But we were all chatting about little various things that has happened, and then... I think I might have said to Sally, what was the most scariest one you've been on? And it was something along the lines of, are you like me? And then you kind of like take the mickey and scare the guys. And then this story came out. So I think Alex is best tell us this one. I think. Oh no, Sally, you tell him because it was all about around you, wasn't it? So.
Okay. Well, it wasn't. It was the most unexpected thing. Absolutely, most unexpected thing. We was in a castle called Creganos Castle in Wales.
Well worth a visit.
Absolutely fantastic place, and up the stairs is all as it was, the original features. So no electricity, very, very creepy, very scary. But on top of that, they had Halloween props ready for their Halloween private parties. And so in one of the rooms, there was a dummy that was hanging from the ceiling with scary masks on it. And we thought, right, okay, we know it's there. Well, we won't pay much attention to their props. So later on in the night, I was in that room with the dummy. And there was a group of people all around a table, small table, and I blocked their exit. We were doing a spirit board, listening out for sounds and things. Started getting a little bit creepy, and the dummy started swaying a little bit. And so everybody freaked and jumped over me to the exit. And I'm kind of laughing and saying, it's fine, come back in, a bit nervous. And I said, come on, just come in, sit down. This is what we're here for, So they sat down and I said, look, just to calm you all down, I'll stand next to the dummy and I'll see if I can get it moving properly. So I stand right next to it. And I said, come on, Alice, if you're in here and you were moving that dummy for me, can you do it again for me, love? And this dummy lifted and dropped again right beside me. And I just shot out the room. I completely left my customers in that room. And because they saw me shoot out the room, they all freaked. And they're all running out, swearing and everything. And,
I so wish I'd have seen that. But you got to tell them what happened. Go on.
It was a messy scene.
We got told off for screaming and shouting. But I thought, okay. And I kind of went up to Alex and I was panicking and I was saying, I don't think I can do this, I'm nearly in tears. Yeah. I'm ready to get in my car and drive home and leave everybody there. And he says, calm down, Sally, it's okay, calm down. I was like, how can I calm down? And he said, there's a rope tied and it goes through into next door. And one of my team members, which is Ryan, he was looking at this particular rope going, what does that do? He yanked it at the same time that I said, can you move the dummy? He was actually caught on camera where he'd yanked it and heard the screams and started laughing and went, oh my God, and started doing it again. Well, he did get a little bit of a right that one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a
That's
cracker.
something that you would do, though.
It is, yeah. Kev would do that as well. Kev's like me; he would do that.
That scene there is actually on one of our Meet the Team videos.
It is. Yes, it is.
With Ryan pulling it, and you just see his face laughing, going back and yanking it again.
Yeah, because it's just brilliant, and it was a real good icebreaker, even though we were absolutely petrified. And a couple of the customers actually said, you know what? They said, if that was really paranormal, I would have been gone, and I wouldn't. That would have been it.
Oh gosh, isn't it funny though that what you look for, you get it, and then you run.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is when I kind of sort of went into it, and I wasn't really sure how how much they could really do, and I really thought to myself, oh my God, this thing's just lifted. It can lift the dummy. It can lift me.
Have you guys?
I've worked with some big names in the industry, and I always say, anything spooky happens, ladies and gentlemen, follow me quickly. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm gone.
Gone. Zip. Wing.
Yeah.
I've never had a fear of it. I don't know. Actually, no, that's not true. That's actually, I retract that. That's not correct. When I was training, we went to do a thing called a physical. It's called a physical circle. That's what it's called. Where you actually work directly with spirit. So in the first part of your training, you're doing all how to work with your guides and how to link in with energy and how to formulate discussion between you and the guide and the energy who wants to bring a message, blah, blah, blah. And then we moved on to physical energy, which is physical circles. So you're in there in the pitch black with various bits and pieces where spirit can interact with the various items to let you know they're there. One of these items was a little string of bells that was actually underneath a table. So going from one leg to the other, but under a table. And they were just little tiny, just jingly little tiny bells. And literally we're all sitting there all quiet. And then when I heard ding, I was like, by bearing in mind you could barely see your hand in front of your face in this room. It was pitch black. And then it ran again, and the next thing it just went. I think I ran into a wall. Actually, I couldn't see. And they were like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "Go!" Of course, what happened was as soon as the lights all went on and we had a break, I then went down. As Kev's like myself, I went down and started running my finger along the bells to see if I could pick up on a thread or something that actually made these bells ring. And I didn't find a single thing. Nothing. It's actually. I've always said I want to do that again, didn't I? Physical circle. We'll do that maybe as part of the show sometime. But it's an awesome thing. I don't know if you guys have ever been part of that or not, but ever tried that? physical circle
Well,
it's called.
we do think that the old school stuff works as well with the bells and just simple things and torches as well.
Yeah.
So it's not always, the high end equipment that really reacts. It's stuff that they would have known.
And you do spirit boards as well, which is, again, old school, but really, really effective. And now, one of the things that I've done a lot, and pretty much, I think 100% of all of the shows I did in that way, I've done the upturned glass. Have you done that?
Yes, we have. Yeah, and we find that's really effective as well.
I was going to say that's probably one of the most effective ones that I've got. You've actually been involved with. It's pretty much instantaneous, isn't it? So
we find that a lot of relatives come through when we do glass work.
Yeah.
Which then, as people are getting information from their relatives that nobody else could know that's in the room with them, and they're asking certain questions, and it reacts and it tells them the answers. It's mind blowing, and
actually, about 7 times out of 10, it's a personal connection to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know many moons ago, the great, brilliant Colin Fry, he did a lot of that. I don't know if that was pre-Kevin or post-Kevin, I can't remember. But do you remember, Kev, when Colin was involved with doing stuff of that nature?
Only on private.
Only in private stuff. It wasn't
private
on stage.
stuff they did. Yeah, one of them we did. I won't mention where we were because I don't want to embarrass the group concerned. One of them we did. They were physically upstairs throwing stuff over like a loft space area.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Colin just leant into me and he just went, "Oh, for God's sake, get me out of here."
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, when people pay good money to come out on our events, they expect it to be
genuine,
real.
Yeah.
Not to have somebody throwing stones around. And we are very strict on. We do get the odd stone thrower from the group, and sometimes Bear likes to throw a stone just to scare me.
Yeah. Surely not, little sweet Bear. No, come on.
He's had me running out of room a couple of times with the stone. But he's honest to it. He's open and honest to it.
Absolutely.
So it's him.
I'm liking him more and more.
I'm like, seriously, them two on a paranormal investigation.
You
going to
guys
have
probably,
to.
I can imagine the boss lady shouting at me, going, "Paul, stop it!" And Kevin going, "Paul, leave."
But it is important for us. It might be disappointing if nothing happens, but that's the name of the game.
That's the nature of the beast. Yeah,
keep it real.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we apologise if nothing happens on your night, but we give it a good go.
But it's a good night. It is a good night.
It's the thing about it is, it's like you get out of it what you put into it. If you go in with a negative attitude and nothing's going to happen, you can be pretty much assured that's going to happen. Yeah. You won't get anything out of it because you're too blind to the links. You're too blind to the little messages. That you're too blind to the little things that are happening because they're not always the big billboard. They're not always the door knocking or the window shutting. They're not. Sometimes they're just the tiniest little thing.
Very subtle. Yeah.
Very subtle little links, little cracks, or little. Just like today. Let me just link into that one. I can't remember. Was it? No, it was just before they came, wasn't it? It was just before the guys arrived. Myself and Johanna and Brock were sitting at the table, and I was literally right in the middle of a flow of talking about something, and I just got this like as if somebody ran their hand down my leg. And I was, I stopped it, and I looked at across, and Brock looked at me, and he was, well, and Johanna went, "Did you just feel that?" I went, "Yeah, did you feel that?" And it was like as if somebody just ran their hand right down my leg.
She went right on my back, so from my left shoulder to my right shoulder, then went right along and then down Paul's leg. I was like, "Who's a bit feisty, isn't he?"
Well, I think it was a lady, and in which case I thought, right, don't need a missus now.
That's another good point. My openings, that's another good point on my openings. What you were just saying there is, I tell people to let go of what they believe to be a ghost. It's very much influenced by movies and TV, and everyone comes in with their idea that ghosts clank chains and go woo.
Woo.
Well, I need wooing. Woo me.
Woo me.
Wooing. I need wooing.
It didn't even buy you flowers, did it?
I tell you what, I tell you what, you've heard of. I mean, Bear will get this. It's called comic timing. And just as Joanne put up a picture, hi Kev, Joanna and Paul, and the lady talking, Alex was talking. I was thinking, you couldn't write that. You couldn't write that. It just happened just as Alex started talking. He said hi, and the lady talking. I was thinking, you know. But anyway, I want to address one little thing all through that conversation, all through those questions that Kev put to the team there, which were brilliant questions, Kev. I have to say, really, really cool, brilliant questions. One thing that I just want to jump in, if you don't mind, guys, is the difference between spirit and ghost. Okay, there are two dramatically different scenarios. Now, again, I always state that this is how I was taught, and this is how I pass it back, and so on and so forth. Now, my understanding of ghost is residual energy or a caption of time, so it'll happen anyway. Okay, so whether the person's there or not, this energy will move, and usually it's in a sequence like a videotape of time, so it'll continue to just loop around and round and round. That's a ghost. A spirit is something completely different. A spirit is active and interactive. It will interact with you, and you will interact with it, whereas a ghost won't. You will interact with it because you'll look at this floating apparition and run out the door, but it won't react with you. So my understanding and my training and everything that I've sort of dealt with over the last 25, 30 years is that a ghost is literally imagine just a videotape happening in front, like a 3-dimensional videotape. It won't react to you. You'll just go and run. But whereas a spirit will act and react and talk to and communicate and not communicate when it decides. So that's I just thought I'd jump in with that, if you don't mind, guys.
That's cool.
I thought the part where you were talking about if someone goes in with a negative attitude, I do find that this happens quite regularly on events. And we did have a group of people that were, you know, they were point blank. Nothing is here. Nothing is going to happen. And they wouldn't interact with everybody else. They wanted to stick together as a group. So when activity was happening, I think we were doing table tipping. And
that's good fun.
So, yeah, it's brilliant. It's so good. And, you know, things were kind of happening and people, there was 2 guys actually that were like, this is amazing. And they were checking the table to see if there was any threads or anything. And we had a torch at the other end of the room. And I actually said, can you put the torch on? So nobody was near it and the torch light went on. And the guys kind of went, if that goes off, I'm out of here. The torch went off and they freaked and they left. And, but then the group that were very, I don't believe it, there must have been something going on, I don't get it, they came on and they didn't want any team members on and they didn't want anybody that believed on the table. And I said to them, if you go onto that table with that attitude, you will not get anything happen. It just won't happen, because it's the same as if you speak to someone with a negative attitude, they're not going to want to speak back.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree. And, it's respectful communication, and Kev's right. If you walked into the pub and you had an attitude, everybody would just ignore you.
Exactly.
So. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to play a tune, but we'll be back very shortly with Alex and Sally. And of course, we've got Kev and Johanna here as normal. You're listening to the Paul Francis Show. It's Friday night. What are you doing this weekend? I hope whatever you're going to be doing is having fun. We'll be back in a moment or two with we look at the weather, because the guys are going out on a paranormal investigation tomorrow night. So let's see what kind of weather they can be looking at. Kev was on top of the table dancing there.
In his spandex.
He had his handbag.
Around his
Kev was
handbag, yeah.
He keeps telling me it's a man
Welcome back,
bag.
everybody. Welcome back.
Handbag.
Kev keeps telling me it's a man bag, but it's not a man bag, is it?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's a
no.
handbag.
It's not a man
Oh, hello,
bag.
sailor boy. Oh. She's one of them. She carries one of those little things underneath her arm, you know.
Yeah, she's well,
Take me
you
to
know what?
Mandingo's.
I tell you what, I never told anybody before, but I did see pink fluffy feathery things around Kev when we were
Mandingo.
and he was said they're not mine. Well, you're carrying it, so
I worry about you, Kev.
What?
he tell you
What?
things he
Are
does.
you insinuating?
Tell you what.
Not to insinuate
just
anything.
because I got accused of carrying swollen goods.
No, it was just that boa that you were carrying, that pink boa. What was that all about? So come on.
Oh no, that pink boa. It used to be an albino boa,
Oh, for goodness sake.
but I washed it with a red serviette in my pocket.
There we go. Look, see. Need I say more? Need I say more?
No. Mute his mic. In fact, mute his mic.
Sailor.
Oh.
Now I've lost my. See, you've done it to me again. My train of thought's absolutely gone.
We're just waiting for Alex to tell his story.
Oh yeah,
now.
yes, that's right. Yeah, Alex is gonna tell us another story about another sort of scenario that I'm also gonna put a quick question to them in a moment. But before we do any of that at all, we need to have a quick peek at the weather. Kev, what I'd like you to do, Kev, whilst I'm doing the weather, if you grab a hold of the star signs, and we'll quickly flick through that together as well. But let's start off with the weather. The northern part of the country, Edinburgh, we're light cloud but 9 degrees, so it's light cloud but cool up there. Heavy cloud in Belfast, 10 degrees tonight. Manchester's 11 degrees, and Hull 10 degrees. When I see the Hull come up, it always reminds me of Lonely Fools and Horses to Hull and back. Love that. Cardiff 10 degrees, isn't it? The Kev's from Cardiff. 10 degrees tonight. London is 11 degrees and cloudy. St Helier 10 degrees. Coldest part of the UK tonight is Lossiemouth in Scotland at 4 degrees. Carabridge 5. Docking is 8 degrees. Newton is 8 degrees. Porthmadog, that's obviously Wales. Porthmadog is 8 degrees. Bruthwells is in Wales as well. See, 12 degrees. Enniskillen, quite close to where I come from in Ireland. 13 degrees. Barnstable, where Kevin and I were talking about earlier, that's 13 degrees tonight. Bar Hill 15. Hottest part of the UK tonight, 16 degrees, is where?
I don't know.
You're looking at the screen.
I can't see it from here.
I can't see. Then how come you every time I do something wrong, you say I've seen it? So now I know you're joking, you're trying to catch me out.
I can't see the screen from
That's
here.
good. Anyway, where is Kev tonight? The hottest part of the UK?
Oh,
Have a guess.
Well, I've just taken the weather channel off because you queued me up
That's
early
all right.
on for the weather.
That's all right. No, I want you to guess, and I want to see if Sally's psychic abilities is going next. Sally, where do you think the hottest part of the UK is tonight? Don't go on the internet. Come on.
I reckon the hottest part will be the Portsmouth area.
All right, carry on. And Alex, what do you think?
Actually, that was my guess.
I just stole it from him.
It's not. It's Heathrow. So anyway, there you go.
No, that's only pollution from the aircraft.
Yeah, Heathrow, 16 degrees tonight. So that's the... and then looking at the weekend, Saturday's looking to be dry but cloudy. Sunday is going to be a little bit rainy. So be aware of that. But you know what? If I always say to people go moan and whinge about the rain. Listen, if we didn't have rain, you wouldn't be able to exist. So get on with it. And then we're back into good weather for the Monday onwards. It's always good weather when you go back to work, innit? So there you go. That's the weather forecast for today and tomorrow and the weekend. And tell everybody, guys, again, where you guys are going to be tomorrow.
We're going to be in Portsmouth at Fort Widley.
Fort Widley. And everybody, they can get a hold of you how?
They can get hold of us through our website, which is www.silentvoicesghosthunts.co.uk. Yay!
All one word.
We can get hold of on Facebook, which is Silent Voices Ghost Hunts, or you can call us directly on 01626 437 010.
I feel a jingle coming on, do you?
Jingle.
Actually, I'll have to make you guys up a jingle. So that's where we are on that front. So you'll be able to get the guys tomorrow night. Now, if you're in the area of Portsmouth or the surrounding districts, make sure you contact these guys directly after the show, and they will sort you out with tickets to be able to come along and see them tomorrow night. Quickly jump in on the paranormal, I was going to say. Jump in on the star signs. Kev, have you opened the star signs up at the moment?
Yeah, we're still on Pisces at the moment because my birthday is coming up, And I'm a Piscean. Yeah.
You're 61 next week, isn't it?
You
person.
You. What have I told you before about talking about my birthday? Now listen.
Right.
I stopped muting my... Because if I'm trying... I will not say anything about... You're muting my... Stop muting my... Ladies
Cough!
And gentlemen,
Cough with it, Kev.
Mike. Stop it. Oh, Mike.
Right. Now, actually, do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? He is one of the nicest and most genuinely generous people I've ever come across, is old Kevin. And it is his birthday next week. It is his birthday on our show night, so we don't know whether we should let him work or we should dedicate the night to him, really. But so
actually,
Kev,
I think what you can on that note, I think you can announce your guest next Wednesday.
Yes, our guest next Wednesday is the one and only. Take it on, Kevin.
Mr. Derek Acora.
Hey! All right, calm down, Paul.
And I'm still his favourite.
No, you're not. He only says that to keep you smiling.
No, he doesn't.
He did buy you a scarf. I found out why.
Oh no, he's also bought you a present. Remember?
He hasn't bought me a present.
He told you live on out that he also went out and bought you a present. I heard him.
Oh, did he? See, I told you he wasn't your favourite, but I know why he bought you a scarf.
Why is that?
So I couldn't see your face. Anyway, so
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, speaking of speaking of scarf, very quickly before we go on to star signs. Joanna, did you like that little video I tagged you into this morning?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
did
funny.
you see that video?
And they call him Sir Cryptic.
It was funny.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it. No. What?
It was Scousers asking somebody where the bank was. And when he gave him the full address to where the bank was, he had a balaclava and he put it down. He went, "Cheers, mate."
I like that.
The scenario of the video was that two Scouse guys have stopped and they've got a taxi on their left-hand side. They've wound down the window, and this is a video that's gone out on Facebook. They've wound down the window in a Scouse accent. They've gone, "Hey, mate, can you just one of the nearest bankers?" And this taxi driver, very seriously, has turned around and said, "Oh, well, Lloyd's is just down the road, or like 200 yards down the road or whatever, on the right-hand side. They should still be open until about 5:30. And the guys in the car going, "Oh, cheers, mate." And they put a balaclava on their head.
I like that. That's quite good.
Oh, it's so
not to portray Scousers that they're all thieving gits. That's not the point.
Everyone that comes in our house, he goes, "Make sure your ties are on when you go out."
Yeah, check your wheels.
Check your wheels.
Oh, who was it? There was that boxer, wasn't it, last night? There's a great show on at 10 o'clock of a night now with, what's his face? John Bishop, called The Nightly Show. And he had that boxer who just won the world championship.
Jeff Bell.
And he was on. I didn't realise he was a Scouser. And one of his lads was taking a mickey. He says, "Hey, lads, you find your car on bricks in the morning." It was actually quite... I was howling. That was quite funny. Star signs.
You are right to say, don't stereotype Scousers.
No, don't stereotype Scousers. They will not thieve from you.
They won't thieve from you. I mean, my 3D TV, I watched Arsenal v Liverpool. I fell asleep, woke up, my bloody wallet had gone.
Do you know, I went into a chippy, and I used to live in Liverpool for a while, and I went into a chippy in Liverpool. It was lovely. I tell you what, the chips up there are stunning. They're nice, aren't they? Well, that place. Anyway, so I went into a chippy, and there was a notice on the wall saying, "Watch your hat and coat. Somebody stole my chips."
Do you know why, though? The chips are nicer up there.
Why?
Because they're still cooking in dripping. rather than oil.
That's right, they are. And they're lush. When we were up with you, Kev, up at Derek's house, we went into a chippy in that
Southport
town,
Promenade.
Southport. Oh my God!
Nice.
I'd be 60 stone if I was living up there. What was it? No, I did love it. And do you know what? The Scousers, I've always come across Scousers as being warm and loving people. They're very inviting people. And I all of my time that I spent in Liverpool, all of it, every single moment that I've spent in Liverpool has been filled with great memories.
Yeah.
Brilliant times. I worked in the Liver buildings for 2 years. And what brilliant times. So moving on, Kevin's and myself are both Pisceans. So let me kick off with today's Piscean, and Alex and Sally. What are you guys, just matter of interest?
I'm a Sagittarian.
Saggy, right?
Aries.
And he's an Arian. Oh, Saggy and an Aries together. Here. And you're a bull, aren't you, my love?
Huh?
You're a bull, aren't you?
I'm Taurus, yeah.
Bull. So today, for all this Pisceans, you probably aren't going to impress people with your fast talk and your quick facts today. So it's likely to get further if you express your emotions that lie behind the words. So tell them about how you're feeling, really, rather than the actual words themselves. It's important to say what you feel better than what you think. All right, basically, that's what we're trying to say there. Even though this may go against your usual nature, that's Kevin, Sir Cryptic, you will find that it's the best policy to get people to understand how you're feeling. Kev. Oh, yeah.
Well, let me just tell you about tomorrow. You see, today's almost over. There's only like another an hour and a half left of today's star sign that you've read out there.
Yeah, but tell me how you feel about it.
Well, I don't really. Because if I can just get through the next 90 minutes of this day, it doesn't matter.
Right. Are you on the star signs?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
you do career then.
Well, I'm looking at tomorrow, actually.
Oh, no, do today. Do today.
Oh, I've got to go back now. Hang on.
Yeah, go back one. Do today. Because
Oh.
don't forget, certain parts of the world we are talking to won't be getting this till later.
They won't, or they'll be getting it late if they're written later. Well, I on my one I've got coming up here on Pisces career and money horoscope. You're getting the message of Almighty from someone very close to you. Be receptive to them and get guided by them. You may change your plan of action before you commit a mistake, which can never be undone. That's a typical Piscean, I can tell you.
I agree with that.
Financial condition and expense seem to be well balanced. You can try to be cautious, but don't be overcautious.
I like that. That's almost cryptic.
That's a real Piscean.
It is. That's me.
Pisceans are very, very cautious people. I am.
Yeah, you are cautious. Yeah, I'm cautious to a point, but I'm cautious to the point where I get bored, and if I get bored, I just jump in both feet. So
The way I look at it is, there's two important things, okay, which you need to keep close to your chest. One of them is do not tell everybody everything.
Yeah. yeah. I just got that. Oh my god! All right, Joanna, you take on.
The pennies drop.
Oh my god! I can't believe I fell for that. God.
It's true, though. It's true.
Yeah, I almost did.
You did. You fell for it, Alex. Come on, Johanna. You do. Would you mind doing love, my darling?
Well, I've lost connection.
She's lost connection. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I will do career while you're getting connection back. And for Pisceans on career, this is Kevin now. The frenzy of the morning dies down to late afternoon. In the late afternoon, I beg your pardon, where you're finally able to sort out all the broken pieces of the puzzle, Kev. You no longer have to turn to others for the answers, sincerity, and since everything comes naturally easy to you anyway, doesn't it, Kev? So everything will become naturally easy to you a bit later on today. So later on to the 90 minutes, it's just going to get easier, mate. You're just going to get tired and go to sleep.
No, not yet. I've got a lot to do.
But it's going to get easier.
I've got a package to do.
She's not making any links, so I'll carry on. Let's have a quick peek at the health, because the health is basically what it's all about. If you haven't got health, what's the point, really? Oh, it's messing me about as well now. So we're getting Sir Cryptic jumping in here.
Let me read health out then. The health I've got is sudden increase of stress at your workplace may lead to health-related complications like a migraine.
Uh-huh.
But this is not quite relative because we've only got 90 minutes to go and people won't be at work this summer night. But some people will be, like the people filling shelves at Tesco's, etc.
Yeah.
But it says that tension, headache and hyperventilation may be in order. But prepare yourself for this. You could start the day with medicine. This doesn't make sense because it's too late in the day to do the house stuff. Let me read you tomorrow's one. It'll be a lot easier.
Okay, go for it.
Seriously. Hang on. Here we go. Where were we? Health, wasn't it? Yes. Right. The day is best suited to take an aggressive step towards improving your health and wellness.
Yeah.
You may join a strenuous exercise class today, or you may start a rigorous diet. Don't think so. But you will also stick to a routine with ease. I don't think so either. You may also start exercises with mental health. Really? No, I don't think so on that one.
You're way past that one.
Like meditation and breathing exercises. Well, yeah. Running up and down the stairs.
Yeah. Carrying boxes.
Will begin to seem less difficult today, and you will be able to enjoy a greater degree of comfort.
Oh, that's cool.
Does that mean that my dodgy back won't hurt so much tomorrow?
It won't hurt as much tomorrow because you'll be
when
used to carrying bits.
Furniture down the stairs.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? We're going to send you a whole pile of love and help, and I will be thinking of you whilst you're hopping boxes up and down. Yeah.
Yeah. But tomorrow's outlook for all Pisceans is: be careful how you handle your purse today. The stars predict that you may have an unexpected huge spending lined up. If you are not cautious, you may soon part from your money. Avoid arguments and confrontations. Today is not your day to win them. There is no concern for your health, and you are welcome to enjoy the outdoors.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You've literally described our day tomorrow.
Spot on.
And so basically what you've told me is just don't argue because you're not going to win. So, well, that's just every day of my life.
and don't open an envelope that drops through the door with a bill.
Yeah, they'll send that one back. Well, out of 5 stars, Pisceans, out of 5 stars, you got 4 stars for love. You got 2 stars for mood, 2 for money, and 2 for career. Kev, 2 money, 2 stars, 2 moody. That's what that means. Let's fly on with the show because we're flying on with it. Actually, Kev's not moody. He portrays that he's a bit of a grump, but he's not. He's completely the opposite to that.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Do you know what? He's actually crap at that bloody one, isn't he? He doesn't do that one very well at all. Now, I was going to ask you guys a question, and the question based upon this: what is the most... shall we say, what is the most scariest or negative thing that has happened to you on your investigations?
I think the most negative that we've ever really come across is a lady that came where we used to have a shop, and a lady came into us in the shop, and she said that she was having some issues with an energy that was hounding her. And it wasn't just in the house, it was when she was going to work and coming back from work. And she would see this energy as a shadow figure. And she said, she came in, she was so stressed, so upset. She said, I've gone for other help and nobody seems to be able to help me. And she said, I just don't know what else to do. I don't know where else to go. So we said, right, okay, we'll come straight over. And we went into the property and was already having the feeling of being pushed out, if you like.
Yeah.
So we were looking around the property, and I said, well, what I can do for you is I can do a bit of work with you and do a bit of work in the house. Mm-hmm. And, it wasn't just sort of like a cleansing situation where you could just cleanse the place and then she'd be fine. It was a fair few days that we had to spend with her. And we found in the end that it was attaching itself not only to the property, but to her and the family.
Yeah.
really, really negative. And so I had to do some personal work with her, and she had to find a good place in her life, and that was the key. And I said to her, where is the best place in your life where you can really, really, really remember being at your happiest? And she said, you know what? She said, at my happiest was with my dad.
Yeah.
So I said, right, well, that's what we're going to work on. So we sat down together and we really did do strong meditation. We worked on that moment for her. As we were doing it, we were actually getting activity happening around us, and things were falling off the shelf, and there was bangs, and it was trying to get a reaction, to stop her from having this positive feeling. And I said to her, just tell me, to go through it with me. Tell me what you see with your dad. What was you doing? Where was you?
Yeah.
And we went through that, and that was the key, really, of removing that spiritual energy, because then she had so much positivity, and she was so happy at that moment that the negative energy couldn't keep hold.
Yeah.
At that moment, I went round and I did saging, but even going through doing the saging, we were doing EVP recordings. We were catching voices of aggressiveness, of get out, and I hate you, and things like that. And I just kept going on the positivity with her and telling her to tell me about the day and where she was. And we did the saging throughout the house at that time. And it was an instant upliftment.
Oh, bless.
And she said straight away, I feel completely different. My house is absolutely amazing now. And it was just fantastic. And we kept in touch with her just to sort of see how she was doing a couple of days later. And she said, I've never felt so comfortable in my home. I don't need them anymore. I'm getting sleep. And she came over. And she actually bought us a beautiful plant, and she said, "This is how I'm so grateful for everything you've done." And I said, "You didn't have to buy anything." And she said, "No." She said, "I've got this for you, and I want you to have this from me."
Yeah.
So that was, the most negative in a sense, but to me again didn't seem, how you see negativity. It didn't seem too negative to me.
Yeah.
Just.
It's how you perceive it as well, but nonetheless, it's more the concept of the person who's dealing with the issue. So they're dealing with it that bad, then we have to, you have to consider it from their point of view. Not you and I could probably look at it and go, "That's not too bad," but they're petrified, so we got to take that into consideration.
Absolutely.
We're going to do a tune because Joanne, who's in the chat room at the minute, is going to be having a baby potentially this weekend. And so she's asked us to do. She's asked
Alex,
to do one of
name.
the. Alex is a great name. Yeah, she's having a little boy actually. She's having
Could it be a boy or a girl?
Yeah, they've done the old tests, and she's going to have a little boy. But she's asked me to play one of my tunes called Supernova, which is one of the bigger hits. But this is going to go out to Joanne, and may your baby come with peace and sincerity and quiet and happiness and not too much pain.
Top of your voice, I heard your pledge, leaving me no choice. I see the space, I've lived among the stars. I heard you calling me from afar, yeah. I know this love it's supernova.
like I've never had this feeling before. When I'm open, you just close the door. I expect nothing, get nothing returned. When I look to the sky, I know that I know this love is, it's supernova. I know this love will go supernova. I know this love is, it's supernova. I know this love will go supernova. I know this love is, it's supernova. I know this love will go supernova.
There you go, Supernova. I don't understand why that was such a hit. I really don't.
It's a good song, that's why.
I don't understand. I just, of all of the songs that I've written and produced and recorded and put out there, I mean, the video for that song took, 4 days to film.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Supernova was such a big response. Anyway, moving on. We're rocketing down through time, and I've got 2 or 3 songs that I've been asked to do and I haven't actually had a chance to get in because we've been chatting so much with Alex and Sally, and what an absolute treat to have you guys with us. And you're actually out there. You're actually doing, having such a. You're doing what I love to try and get the chance to do. It's just we have never had the time to getting around making it happen. So you're listening to your stories. I'm sort of close my eyes thinking, get me in now. Oh, I've got it. So meeting you guys today, we said, right, definitely this is now going to happen. This is kind of what we've been out there asking for.
Yeah, we were asking for our team.
Yeah,
and
we
then
got you guys turned up.
Shall receive, they say.
They
Yes.
do. And, and it's funny. We got to mention Jay. We have to. Everybody else has been mentioned tonight, but
Jay hasn't been mentioned.
Poor old
actually,
Jay.
and to be fair,
Jay's working tonight, Jay. But he's going to listen to the show back, so we have to mention him. And Jay is. I'm going to. What nickname should we give Jay? I think we should call him Darth.
Darth.
Yeah, because he's in the dark side.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I love it.
No, well, the next time you connect with us, can we put Bear Manor and Jay on for you?
Yes, of course, yeah. We'll make this happen. It's fun, I think probably it'd be a good idea. It'd actually be a lovely idea if we managed to get Jay to come in and say hello next Wednesday.
That would be awesome. Would be awesome.
Only one proviso. He has to sing Happy Birthday to Kev.
Oh,
absolutely.
Poor Kev. I apologise in advance, Kevin.
I never celebrate my birthday.
Yeah, that's because he's 68. Anyway, so I've got to play this tune. Listen. All jokes to one side. I love Kevin to bits. He is a brilliant mate. We have a lot of banter back and forth, and he's always there when I need him, even though he is 68. Moving, so this is one of the tunes I've been asked for. It happens to be one of my favourite tunes of the 1980s. Rufus and Chaka Khan. Anybody want to throw a guess? Oh yes, listen to that. I'm zooming back to the 1980s.
Hey.
Their proper era. Ain't Nobody. What a good song for a ghosty kind of a voice show. Ain't Nobody, get it?
Oh, for goodness sake.
No humour. That's a Ghost's favourite hit. I've got Ain't Nobody. I haven't got a body.
Paul, you're a very bad producer. You should have said clear.
Happened so naturally. Didn't I know it was love? The next thing I got was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go. And now we fly through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. Fill my heart with your kiss. You gave me freedom. You knew I could not resist. I needed someone. And now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night lasts forever. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. I wait for night time to come to bring you to me. Can't believe I'm the one. I was so lonely. I feel like no one to feel. I must be dreaming. I want this dream to be real. I need this feeling. I make my wish upon a star and hope this night will last forever. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. First you put your arms around me, then you put your charms around me. I can't resist this sweet surrender. Oh, my nights are warm and tender. Staring into each other's eyes, and what we see is no surprise.
So here we go then. Chaka Khan. We are zooming through the time. We only got 11 minutes left of the show tonight. What a brilliant show. The more fun it goes, the quicker it goes. That's one of the negatives of it. It does go quick. Kev, on this day.
Well, do you know, I was so disappointed and upset when we did the radio show the other night.
Yeah.
That we never come up with a
We
good
couldn't
100 years ago today.
We couldn't find anything,
Because
could we?
it was all quite boring, wasn't it? We were right into it.
On this
And
day, 100
every
years ago,
fact-
nothing happened.
No.
I know. It was like one of those days where just like nothing happens. So tonight, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to go further away from 100 years ago today.
Right.
And I've gone to 200 years ago today.
Ooh, do tell.
Here we go. Do you know what happened 200 years ago?
What?
Today.
What?
Right. The British government pulled in all of the old, what they call the old coinage in circulation.
Ah.
They pulled it all in, the whole lot, which created a panic within the public.
Oh.
Because also on this day, 200 years ago, was the first time when they actually introduced paper money.
Well, I
And the-
never.
Wow.
And they were very sceptical about the public accepting paper money because they always dealt in coins.
Ah. That's a cool one. That's a good one, Kevin.
It's so interesting. Now, what they did was they did it overnight so as not to scare the public.
Right.
And then when they woke up in the morning, they had recalled all of the old coinage, recreated a new coinage under George III.
Yeah.
Okay, and for people that don't know George III, he's a guy who looks a bit Greekish with some sort of laurel around his head. You know?
Yeah.
With a very pointed nose. I think he's a bit Greeky. But then when you look at the royal family with the Greek connection, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
sort of like Phil the Greek, not saying anything about him. What they did was, 200 years ago today, they actually bought in paper money and changed all the coinage over. Now, initially, when I found out this fact, I thought it's to do with fraudery. I thought, well, yeah, they're like banging coins out, you know, like the old pound coins nowadays. But then, no. What they did was they did it for the purpose of introducing paper money to save on spending money on metal.
On metal. And what's happening? We're going back to metal. The new pound coin's coming out. Have you seen? I showed you a picture this morning of the new pound coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
We're
like
going back to kind of plastic, aren't we? Because these
something
new
bits.
like notes are bringing out. They're bringing another one out. Is it in March, April? The £10 note they're bringing out.
It's going to be
and then
smaller.
in September they're bringing out a £20 note, also with this like plasticky.
I heard that they're
Monopoly
going to
money.
re-release the £5 coin. I heard that was something. Anyway, we're zooming through time. We've only got 8 minutes left of the show. We got your tune to play, Kev.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in on that, and we're still joined with Alex and Sally, and of course Johanna, who's just barely with us at the moment. She's giving it a bit of.
Oh, it'll be sleeping in half an hour.
We make all of our sons the same. Everyone will suffer the fire we've made. They all explode just the same. And there's no going back on the plans we've made. Peacekeeper, take your time. Wait for the dark of night. Soon all the suns will rise. Peacekeeper, don't tell why. Don't be afraid to fight. Love is the sweet surprise. Only creatures who are on their way ever poison their own well. But we still have time to hate, and there's still something we can say. Peacekeeper, take your time. Wait for the dark of night. Soon all the suns will rise. Peacekeeper, don't tell why. Don't be afraid to fight. Love is the sweet surprise. When the night is cold and still, when you thought you'd had your fill, take all the time you will. This is not a test, it's not a drill. Take no prisoners, only kill. You know all of our friends are gods, and they all tell us how to paint our face. But there's only one brush we need. It's the one that never leaves a trace. Peacekeeper, take your time. Wait for the dark of night. Soon all the suns will rise. Peacekeeper, don't tell why. Don't be afraid to fight. Love is the sweet surprise. Peacekeeper, take your time. Wait for the dark of night. Soon all the suns will rise. Peacekeeper, don't tell why. Don't be afraid to fight.
Happy birthday to
No,
Kev.
no.
Happy birthday
Yeah,
to
next
Kev.
week on the
Happy
next radio
birthday.
show on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where Derek's going to be here as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But linking to Derek, tell us quickly, because we're running out of time, tell us quickly about the competition, Kev.
Okay, yeah, cool. So Derek's doing a new TV series called Beyond the Grave with Derek Acora. If you want to take part in an episode and be invited along, all you've got to do is join the group.
I can hear Jay writing this down now.
Yeah. Listen, seriously, I'm writing it down too because I want to be there.
Go on and join the group.
Join the group Beyond the Grave with Derek Acora. Now you must type in Facebook Beyond the Grave with Derek Acora. Join the group and start sharing our post because we get notified every time you share the post. We will be picking one person. Actually, we're picking two, but we're not going to say it too much. Yeah. But we're going to be picking two people out of the people that are sharing our posts to come not only just on set, but actually be involved in the episodes to be screened live in the UK.
Get in there, Beyond the Grave, Derek Acora, like it, join it, and start sharing. Do it now. Sit there with your finger with the button going click, 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 click.
Beyond the Grave with Derek Acora.
And once you got in there, if you keep clicking, Kev will go, okay, get him in. Because he's got no patience.
Paul's been clicking and sharing like all week.
I've not shared it once because I don't want to go. But anyway, so
okay, fair enough.
No,
she's out. She's gone.
She's gone. I'm genuinely looking forward to being on the episodes. I can't wait to be with working with Kevin and Derek. I mean, it's not work, is it, babe? It's not work.
No, it's not work.
They're just
fun,
wonderful.
Fun.
See, my work's passion as well. I love my work.
Yeah.
And I love producing and directing it. And to me, it's a passion.
Yeah. But that shows in the quality of the work. You know?
Yeah.
2 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. So you've got Jay and Sally. Now, they're... I nearly said Spirit Quest. They are now. We got Jay and... we got Sally and...
Alex.
Jay. Well, Jay will be there as well. We got Jay, Sally, Alex, and the team. Now, quickly, Sally, you were going to mention another one. Bernice, wasn't it?
Yes, I just wanted to put a shout out for Bernice as well because we've mentioned everybody else in the team.
Bernice. Sorry.
Bernice, you're awesome.
Now get down to Portsmouth tomorrow night, catch up with the team, and be part of their wonderful night there over there at Portsmouth, where you'll be able to zip onto the internet and find them on Facebook, find them and everywhere else, and be a part of these wonderful. They are great people. Kev, what are you doing over the weekend? You're packing, aren't you, bro?
I'm packing this bleeding house, mate.
Do you know what? And tomorrow we are going to visit a farm.
We are going to the farm.
We're going to go down and visit a farm, say.
You buy some sheep, are you?
I'm bringing her back.
You buy some chickens, are you?
I'm putting her back out. I'm putting her back out to graze, aren't I, love?
I tell you what. You don't want to be, but you don't want to buy no chickens around here. No.
Well,
chickens around here got 3 legs, you know.
We've got to the end of the night. All right.
No.
We have. And it's a really absolute pleasure to have basically met these wonderful people today. And we have a Spirit Boy. They're wonderful people. They're great. Go and look after, follow them. Go with them, go out on the shows. They are really genuinely loving people who know what they're talking about, by the way. That's a big difference. We got Kev, who's going to be packing up, and we're going to send you a whole pile of love, mate, and we'll send you a few texts going, "You're all right, pal, don't worry about it." And,
so what are you saying then? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Nah, you do know what you're talking about. Just you don't know what you're doing when you're packing.
They know what they're talking about, but Kev don't know what you're talking about.
And we got Kev. Johanna and I are going to be going to visit the farm, and
we don't care what you're doing.
But we love you, Kev. We love you. You've been listening to Spirit Quest Radio. This has been a Quest Productions, and we're going to say goodnight. God bless. Have a fantastic and safe weekend. Lovely to see you all. Take care.
We love you.
Love you. Love you.